Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Connor Knowles, and this is the Nerdic Gods Podcast, episode 99. Joining me today, as always, we have Daniel Averoli.
What's up, Connor? It's not. I'm getting a little deja vu.
It's almost like we recorded this intro 3 different times.
I feel like we've done this multiple times.
In celebration of the many time loop games this year, I figured we'd just re-record this
That's
intro
what this episode's
over and
about.
over again. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's a time loop game in and of itself.
Best time loop game of this year. This episode.
Sorry for my absence last week, though.
Yeah, I missed you last week. The Backlog Boys plus Sims. They beat you guys in the holiday special. They got to 5 games. I hurt them really badly.
Ones, though,
I gave them a few easy ones. I mean, you guys.
You were throwing that.
To be fair,
ball.
It was 3 to 2, just 2 of you, and there was 3 of them. So to be fair, they had an extra person. They were doing really well. They could have gotten that 6th game, but I really ruined them with that 6th game. Actually, the last 2 games, which was Final Fantasy and Brink, really hurt them. They could not get those. Took them forever.
You've just gotten more easygoing with the 20 questions over the last year.
Do I need to get more obscure? Is that?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like at first you were coming at the gate hot. You were just giving us weird games no one's ever heard of. And then over the year, you've just gotten to like easier and easier and easier.
Do not tempt me. I'll get you games you've never heard of. Do not tempt me.
Daniel, I wanted to show this off. My sister and my mother got me some Nerdic Gods stuff.
Ooh.
I now have a Nerdic Gods coffee mug. I also have a beanie somewhere that my sister got.
Show that other side.
It's awesome.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, look at that. It says Connor on that nose on it.
Blinding it out.
Yeah, the light's kind of fucking it up, but it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah,
it's good
I like that.
Too.
That's really good. Yeah.
Yeah, I got a beanie somewhere too. Anyways, that's awesome. Shout out to them for getting me that.
That is awesome. I'm still only drinking out of my Batman.
Oh, that's kind of badass mug though too.
Yeah.
Anyways, Daniel, today, not much news going on, so I figured we'd go over our most anticipated games of 2022 and also just talk about the rest of the releases, what we think might come out.
Okay.
How great the year could possibly end up being.
Yeah. We got a couple of news stories. Nothing too crazy, though.
Yeah, we'll do a couple of news stories towards the end here, but I figure most of this show we'll just do a look ahead to 2022 before next week being our Gotti episode. We'll look back.
Gotti. I hate you saying Gotti.
Gotti, that's what it is.
I think it gives me an aneurysm.
G-O-T, got. Add the Y, Gotti.
Sure. Yeah, but when you say something's the GOAT, right? It's the greatest of all time. But there is no A in it, right? But
right.
I still call them the Goaties.
No A there. Anyways, Daniel.
Yeah, I got the Game Informer list pulled up. So
okay, cool. Yeah, I went with Wiki, but they're the same fucking list I've noticed, so it doesn't matter.
Okay.
All right.
The Game Informer is a really good list. That's usually who I go to, and when we used to do the like new releases every week and stuff, this is where I got all my stuff. Was Game Informer.
Sure. I'm just gonna name off the ones I think are big.
I think we should go.
If I skip over something, go ahead. I don't want to name off like these re-releases.
I was gonna say, let's just go month though.
Let's just we'll start with January, of course. We're gonna go in order of release dates and stuff. Okay. But yeah. Also, towards the end, I got some games written down that could or could not be coming out this year. They're kind of missing in action games.
Kind of unannounced release dates, stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly. Just kind of games that have that are known to be out there, but no release date on them. Anyways, let's start with January. The first big one I'm seeing here is Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Extraction. I almost called it Quarantine.
Coming out everywhere. Yeah.
Yep.
Coming out everywhere.
On January 20th.
Even Stadia.
Stadia lives.
This very interesting game. We'll see how it shapes out. I'm not hot on it, even though I love Siege so much. I love Siege.
Did you really? I didn't know you liked Siege.
I'm a big Rainbow Six person in particular, especially Vegas 1 and 2. Those are the two
Vegas
that
2 I was super into.
Oh man, I played so much Vegas, and I really like Siege. So I don't know if this gets good reviews, I'll play it. But right now, I'm not very excited for.
In typical Rainbow Six fashion, I'm expecting this game to come out to like weak reviews, and then everyone love it 2 years later.
Siege had good reviews. It was just lacking a little bit in content. They just added more and made it better throughout the years.
So will you be picking this up day one?
No, probably not. Unless it's amazing.
Right.
I will, but I probably won't.
Yeah, I
do
wasn't
wanna-
very much into Siege either, so this just isn't for me. I don't think. I don't. This one seems more like a zombie game or whatever they're going for here.
That's what I was gonna say. I do want to see how the run aspect of this, because if you remember what they were talking about is you would go into this quarantine area and you'd like could die and you have to like go back and get your things and stuff. Like I want to know what this game like is. I feel like you still don't know.
Yeah, I don't fully understand it either. I'm glad it's different though from Siege, right? Like it's not. It definitely isn't a Siege 2. It's.
But where's the next Rainbow Six?
Right. Sure.
Is what I would ask.
This ain't it.
No. This is just like, seems like a side.
I'd say, you know.
Vegas 3. Come on.
Beat the move, right?
Yeah.
Ubisoft wanted that money. That's what they should have done with this one.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, before we move on, there was one other game I wanted to give a shout out to.
Sure.
Comes out before this. It is God of War on the PC, Steam.
Yeah.
Coming January 14th.
14th, yep.
Yeah, I just wanted to shout that out because that's awesome that it's on PC. Way more people get to play.
Have you seen the gameplay of people playing it on the Steam Deck?
No.
Oh, yeah. It's crazy.
That's awesome. It's going to be available? Wow.
Yeah. Well, because, I mean, you could buy it on Steam, so any game on there will work.
But I thought that, in particular, like the handheld, it like couldn't run everything.
I don't know. I saw God of War running, so
that's awesome. Though.
That at least works. Yeah, crazy. It's like God of War handheld next year. What a weird world. Then our next big game would probably be Pokemon Legends Arceus.
There's one more right before that's it's a smaller game, but I'll just shout it out. Windjammers 2. It's coming pretty much everywhere, including Stadia, January 20th. So it's the same day as Rainbow Six.
Sure. I don't know what the fuck that is.
I think it's that disc throwing game. I'm pretty sure. I'd have to like look more into it. I just know that is a
play that.
Yeah, it's like a disc throwing. It's like a top down disc throwing game.
Throw some discs. Go the fuck outside.
It's basically like an upgraded version of Pong, where you're like throwing discs. It's people like that first game. So just a little shout out to that. But then Arceus,
yeah. Pokemon Legends Arceus coming out January 28th. Kind of the first. Well, I guess Rainbow Six would be the first big game. I'm considering this the first big game.
I mean, Rainbow Six is a AAA game, so I would say.
Sure. Yeah, I just don't
first
care.
Game.
It's my first big game of the year.
Hopefully.
Which is nice. Getting a good January release. Yeah, hopefully it's good. I'm not saying it will be, but
coming out the 28th.
Yeah, the 28th. I thought we hadn't seen any gameplay of this until Sims pointed out the other day. We've seen a bunch of gameplay.
A decent amount, but I think the problem is
I did look it up, but I just found like 10 minutes of someone playing it. I was like, okay,
I still don't know what this game is, though. Like, we may have seen things.
I gotta say, from the gameplay I saw, I'm probably just gonna sound like I hater on this game for the next month, but I was not impressed. It did not.
I brought this up, so somehow Sloan has not seen anything of this game yet. Basically 2 weeks ago, and I showed him this trailer. We were just talking about Arceus and stuff because we're both big Pokemon fans, and he had never seen it, and I was just like, I prefaced this by saying this is literally the biggest IP in the world. They literally print money in every facet and every medium, whether it's merch, video games, the cards now, like they just print money in every medium. I don't understand how this game can look like this.
Yeah,
not that it even looks like bad. It's not the worst looking thing I've ever seen.
No, graphically it's fine.
There are shots that look really good. It's just
it also looks super empty.
It looks. I mean, the emptiness is whatever. Like games, I don't think that's the worst thing as well. The game should look
like
better.
Your first open world type Pokemon game. What you're trying to do here, it should be filled.
Like Sword and Shield, I don't think looks this bad. That's upsetting.
Yeah. Different art style, though, kind of.
Different art style, a little bit.
I just think with this game, there's something wrong here. There's a reason they're hiding gameplay. There's a reason I didn't know gameplay was out there and existed. There's a reason they're putting it out in fucking January. You know,
Pokemon usually comes out in September, October, November.
It's usually their big fall game, right? Yeah, I think if they were like really confident this was the next big step for Pokemon, this would have been delayed till like next November, and they would have just worked on it and made it look really good and stuff. I don't think they are. I think they're putting it out in January for a reason.
Maybe. Pokemon Snap looks awesome in terms of the Pokemon design. It's so crisp and sharp. How does Pokemon just needs to look like that all the time? Pokemon deserves to look like that all the time.
Sure. Yeah, I would love that too. Yeah, you're picking this up though, Day One?
Probably.
Long thought there.
I need to see reviews, but probably
conflicted.
well, I play every mainline Pokemon. You know how much of a Pokemon fan I am. I'm so disappointed with just the entire franchise, really.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna pick it up and try to play through it. I don't know. I mean, if I don't like it, I obviously won't beat it. But yeah, I'm looking forward to see what it is.
Yeah,
very least.
Hopefully, it's good.
Also, that same day, we'll just shout out real quick the Uncharted Legacy of Thieves collection comes out on PC and PS5.
Cool. More people get to play not the 1, 2, and 3 Uncharted. They get to play the other 2.
Which is odd. Yeah. You got to put that on PC first.
Yeah, you got to put
that almost infuriates me that you're gonna let those people play that first.
Play the 4th game.
Yeah, play the 4th game first. The game that wraps everything up.
Yeah.
February 1st, the Life is Strange Remastered collection coming out.
Shout out. Yeah.
Hell yeah. I'm looking forward to that
game.
I will re-platinum that one. Then February 4th, Dying Light 2 Stay Human finally comes out.
Mm-hmm.
There it is.
After its couple month delay.
Day before my birthday, I'm down.
Are you so is this one you're going to pick up?
Man, we'll get to it, but there's 2 big games that are also giant open world games coming out in the weeks after this, so I'm kind of conflicted. This is kind of like my 3rd most anticipated of February, so I don't know if I want to try to rush through Dying Light 2 before Horizon comes out is my big thing. I also don't want to get like open world fatigue, because they're both giant open world games, and it's like, and that's gonna annoy me.
It also depends on how you play them.
Yeah,
if you do every side thing, 100%. But if you don't like me,
I mean, that's just how I play shit, though. Like, it's not. That's what I'm gonna do. So it's I think I'll wait on Dying Light 2 till March
or summer or something.
Yeah, something like that. March isn't the busiest time for me, so I guess depending on how fast I get through these other games in February, then we'll see when I play Dying Light 2. But I'm really looking forward to this game, man. I think it looks awesome. One of the developers was on Colin Moriarty's show. They did an interview, and he was talking about he was just straight up the designer of the parkour, so he was just getting real in depth with that, talking about it. And I was like, man, I want to play this game after listening to that guy talk.
How much did you like the first game?
I didn't play it that much. Yeah, I only played it like a couple hours. Yeah, no, I wasn't that into it, honestly. I think I bought it, and then like Fallout was coming out, so I was just kind of like more interested in what Fallout was. This was back in like 2015, so. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was kind of just more interested in that, but yeah, I don't know. It's the first game is one of those games I always should have gone back and played, but it's kind of just too late now. They're not get into it. Perfect. Yeah, they're not really connected either, from what I know. I know they're in like the same universe, but I don't think there's any like story connections. So
I don't think you're the same main character there.
Yeah, I don't think anything really connects that much. So you could just jump into 2 and be fine, it seems, but. Yeah, Dying Light 1 will always be one of those games where it's just like, I should have played that at some point. But
yeah, it wasn't my jam personally. I didn't really even have an attachment to Techland's.
It should be for me, right? Like, I like zombies. I do too. Wall running parkour stuff, right? Like that is totally my jam. So yeah, it should have been for me. It just wasn't.
There's Rosario Dawson. She's like some big character in it, which is really cool.
It is cool. Okay. Anything else on Dying
Light? No, I think I would like to see what reviews say about this game, because like if it lands all the promises they've made.
I remember the previews being super high like a few years ago. Like I remember like Alana Pierce saying how like incredible this game was going to be because they were doing something like really different. I don't know if they've like dropped that mechanic or whatever, where like the map's supposed to change over time or something.
Yeah, like the choices you make can change the map and change how outcomes. Or how things have an outcome, and change characters you meet if you kill them, like NPCs and stuff. So
yeah, I could really see this being like a sleeper Gotti contender.
The first one was.
They could, yeah. The first one was too. 2015, a little bit lighter of a year though than this seemed to be, but yeah, definitely. Yeah. Okay, next game, February 8th, we got Ali Ali World. I'm looking forward to this. Ali Ali going 3D-ish for the first time. Should be exciting.
3D looking, but it's still 2D.
3D, yeah, it's still got that. It just looks different art style and stuff. Seems to be more. You're gonna have side missions and stuff. More of an open world thing going on with this too. But I like Ali Ali, so looking forward to this one.
I've never played one of them, but the Adventure Time art style really gets me. I just like that art style.
Yeah.
So this might be a pickup for me.
It might be. for me as well. But then that same day, Daniel, Sifu is coming out. Finally.
But yeah, for me, there's plenty of time between the big release that I might be able to play these two both.
Sure. Yeah.
Because I'm not going to play Dying Light.
Sifu, getting good previews coming out on February 8th as well. Daniel, how you feeling about Sifu?
There was that preview a couple of weeks ago. We got to see some people playing it, some more gameplay. Got to see how like the age mechanic works and things. I'm still very curious of this game. I didn't play their first game, Absolver. I'm not sure if you did.
No, I never did. I'm actually not the biggest beat 'em up fan. This one just looks cool, especially in the 3D. That really gets me. And
what's really gonna I'll probably just play this game, but would keep me going is if the game feels good to play. That's just it. How's that game feel?
Oh, that's all it is, really, right?
Unless it has a cool narrative, like there could be some cool narrative.
I don't think it really. Yeah, I know there's like this cool age mechanic going on there, where like you die and then you age up like many years. Yeah, and then you like see your character grow or whatever. So I'm curious to see how that works. But yeah, I don't know. It looks cool. It looks very fun. You're right. It does. It is just all about how it's going to play, right? And like you really won't know with this game until you get the controller in your hands and start playing it. So
I want those pops. I want that to feel heavy. Like every hit, pop.
It looks like it does, right?
Yeah. That's what
I've seen gameplay. I know Sims is really looking forward to this one. So
yeah, I'm excited for this game.
Me too. Nice early February, man. Next up, I guess I'll shout out this one, even though I never heard of it. Dynasty Warriors 9 Empires coming out on February 15th.
There's also one other game before that as well.
Is there really?
Out. Yeah, the Crossfire X campaign.
Oh, Crossfire X. There it is.
The campaign for that. The Remedy campaign. Which, I know it also had some previews recently as well. I know the previews weren't very hot on the game. But it still is promising. Like it is a Remedy campaign, which I think is very interesting. I just hope that this isn't like D-list Remedy producers doing it.
Yeah,
that they actually.
I know we talked about it a little bit after the Game Awards where we got that last trailer. That last trailer really put me off to it. I thought there was going to be like cool Remedy type powers and stuff going on here.
But that's not that world, like that.
Sure, I know. It's just I don't know. It just looked like a generic shooter from that last trailer. I think we said that same thing a couple weeks ago, and I don't. That last trailer really put me off to it. I'm going to play it because it's coming to Game Pass day one, right? So might as well.
I don't know if they said that. I would hope so.
I'm pretty sure they did in that last trailer. Maybe I'm speaking on my ass, but
I don't remember. So I think it should. So I would be happy if it did. And I'd probably play it if it did.
Definitely should. Yeah, I know a lot. This multiplayer is a big deal somewhere in the world, not here.
And not in the Western world.
Yeah, not in the Western world. Somewhere else they like it.
Crossfire is huge in Korea, I think, and maybe China as well.
Cool. Okay, then we'll go to Dynasty Warriors 9 Empires. Looking forward to this one at all?
Coming everywhere. I don't play Dynasty Warriors games. That might be a Sloan game. If he
Didn't you play something from them earlier this year?
No. Nat played Persona 5 Strikers.
That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah.
I did not end up picking up Strikers. I thought about it.
Not a Dynasty Warriors guy because I'm not. I used to play a couple of them with my friend just in co-op, and that was fun. But
if I'm gonna play those, like I want an IP that I like attached to it.
Yeah, I hear you.
You know, like the off games, like the Hyrule Warriors games, or there's the Fire Emblem one, stuff like that.
Okay, cool. Then we will move on to the big one, February 18th. Horizon.
There's more. Hold on,
comes out.
There's two more.
Well, you want to shout out Total Warhammer?
There's two of them. We got in the same day. 15? Yeah. King of Fighters, which is a very big fighting game. That's why I didn't want to pass that one up. King of Fighters coming everywhere. PS4, PS5.
What is the King of Fighters?
Xbox. So it's like a crossover. It's a SNK fighting game. SNK fighting game. That's where like Terry is from for Smash. Like he's from he's from Final. He's from Final Fight, but Final Fight is in all those characters are in this as well. I'm pretty sure. So it's like a mashup of like a couple of different IPs. I'm pretty sure, and they just have like it's a long-standing fighting game. I just wanted to shout that out. And then yes, Total War Hammer 3.
Total War Hammer 3 being made by the Halo Wars guys. Halo Wars 2.
Yeah. Coming to PC the same day as well. So that's a big day right there. And then we can go to the big one.
And then the big one, February 18th, Horizon Forbidden West comes out.
I don't understand why they don't have it here. It's Horizon 2 Forbidden West.
There is no 2. No one said
there is. There is a 2 in the logo.
There's 2 little slashes. I know.
There's a 2 in the logo. People need to stop saying Horizon Forbidden West.
I don't think the thing is the developers don't say 2, so you can't say 2.
They get rid of it out of the logo.
They made the game.
Then don't make the logo look like that.
I think it's just like a little hint, like, yeah, this is 2. We're not going to tell you it's 2, but it's 2.
I don't like it. I don't like it. Get it out of the logo.
It's 2. I think we need less numbers in titles. Drop all numbers.
I'm fine with it. Don't put it in the logo. Don't put it in the logo.
It's just a little hint. No one said it. You're not supposed to notice that, Daniel.
I see it. It's right there. When I see the logo, the first thing I look at is the 2.
Too close at details here, Daniel.
Well, I do. I'm sorry.
Okay. Anyways, Horizon Forbidden West. I'm fucking stoked. I cannot.
Coming to PS4 as well. I want to show.
Coming to PS4 as well. Coming to PC.
So,
no, not PC. Excuse me.
Not PC. The original one's PC. So if you don't have a PS5 yet, you could still play this game. Just like pretty much every Sony exclusive for at least this year. Maybe who knows about next year? They're all going
on PS4.
Yep. Because remember, it was initially.
So it's Gran Turismo, Horizon, and God of War.
There was that trailer they put out for PS5, and Gran Turismo was only for PS5, and then they pretty much retrofitted that and said, it's coming to PS4. So
yeah, it seems like they wanted all their big ones on there too, because we got quite a few last year.
God of War,
PS5. So
God of War's coming to PS4 as well. So
yeah. Anyways, Horizon Forbidden West. Very excited. They've been showing more and more gameplay. Looks awesome. They showed them fighting the snake the other day.
There's that preview.
Out green shit. Yeah, she's grappling around using the fucking parachute thing. Oh man, I just can't wait. I'm so excited for this game.
I'm very excited. It looks very.
I can't wait to see Aloy's story continue. I can't wait to just be in this world more, play around with it, find out more stuff. I don't know what the story is going to be, but looking forward to whatever it is.
I got that like overpowered armor in that game. I better have that.
You probably won't get it to the end, though. That broke the fucking game.
I know. I better have that armor.
Broke the game, that armor. I remember playing through the DLC with that armor, and I was just like, okay, this is way too easy now. It just completely broke the game. It was cool.
That armor. I better get that armor and keep it. I want that armor the whole way.
Get it? No, I do not want it the whole way. Anyways, looking forward to it. Can't wait. Next game, then. We'll shout out this one for you. February 22nd, Destiny 2 The Witch Queen comes out. Next big Destiny expansion.
I mean, this is the big one. This is the biggest one since, I guess it would have been last fall, the, what was it called? Beyond Light, their big Beyond Light expansion. That was a really big one. They introduced like a new subclass and stuff. So it's really the next big thing for Destiny. It's the biggest DLC in a while. I'm excited. Me and Sloan played. We beat the last 2 DLCs that we missed, the Shadowkeep and then Beyond Light. So
you're all caught up now?
For the most part, there's a few things like leading into Witch Queen that we haven't really done. But for the most part, yeah, I'm all caught up. Yeah, I'm excited. I definitely want to play this. Like, it's just going to be time, right? Like
these expansions normally, it's just like a new story and like a new area or something.
This is going to be a big story. Like this is the Oryx, if you remember Oryx from the first game that we take down in the Taken King. He's the Taken King. This is like his sister, just another hive god, basically, and she's coming to like kill some guardians.
Sure. Sister getting revenge. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Guardians. Okay, cool. And then maybe you'll stop me, but the next big game here is February 25th.
No, that's it. Yeah.
Okay.
There's 2 games. Two games. Yeah,
February 25th. We got Elden Ring finally coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Here it is. You excited?
Coming everywhere. PS4, PS5, even launching a PC as well, which is cool. Here's Elden Ring. I better be the red-haired lady. I've been questioning it the whole time.
There's a red-haired lady?
Yeah, the red-haired lady. She's on our thumbnail. I made the thumbnail, and she's
that's a girl.
With the arm. She has flowing red hair. She's the statue you get for the game as well.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
I think you do play as her.
I hope so. Like there was that cool fight with that big.
Well, it'll be like create a character, no?
I don't know. I just want to be.
That's how all these games are. Sure. I'm assuming it'll be create a character.
Probably.
You could make that lady, probably.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this
though. I don't like this release date. I really, because I'm not gonna rush through Horizon just to get to this. I would like to, but like,
yeah,
it's whatever. I think this is probably coming out like the week after for me, really. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this game. I just got into Souls games this year, so this will be my first time experiencing a new one on release and being able to be part of the discussion and whatnot around it and stuff. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I think I don't think the release is that bad personally. Like, it sucks that there are big games that I want to play.
I think anytime there's two big games right behind each other, I don't like it. I hate it.
But in terms of audiences, like we talk about, like the Souls games just don't sell. Like this game has its own audience. It doesn't.
They have like a built-in audience of like 5 million people, and it's like guaranteed 5 million sales. And then anything beyond that is just like how good the game is and like over time. These games sell really well over time though too.
I mean, they're evergreen, right? You could play them kind of whenever. So I feel like Elden Ring will just be talked about throughout the year. Horizon's just going to overshadow it. And that's just how it is. That's the release date they chose.
I don't know Horizon will overshadow it, but like this is one of those that's going to be like
Horizon. I'm just going to tell you, Horizon will double its sales this year.
Oh, for sure. Definitely.
But that's overshadowing. Like that's.
Yeah, I agree. But like word of mouth, I feel like for what we listen to, everyone's going to be talking about Elden Ring. I think like Horizon will get. This is going to be almost the same thing as when Breath of the Wild came out 3 days after the first Horizon. And people are going to compare it to it. And then because there's going to be some weird shit they do with the open world and Elden Ring and stuff like that. People are going to say how much better that is than Horizon and stuff like that. That's going to be the conversation.
Yeah. I don't disagree with that point at all. Not at all.
Yeah. But yeah, nonetheless, looking forward to it. Open world game. So, see how long this one will take me. Demon Souls took me like a month. And
if you don't like Arceus, there's a Pokemon mechanic in Elden Ring.
Is there? Can you catch these things?
There's the spirits. You catch the spirits, you throw them, you use them.
Yeah, good point.
It's like a Pokemon, like a collecting spirit thing. So.
I can't wait to give some 8-year-old the fucking Elden Ring.
Here's Pokemon.
Oh, you don't like the Pokemon kid? Well, here's Elden Ring. It's the same thing. Okay, cool. And then that same day we have Grid Legends.
Yeah, which was at that Xbox conference, wasn't it?
I think
Xbox showed it.
Sure. I forgot this was a thing until right now.
This is the one where they had like the live action like story mode where it was it was they were doing like a real thing.
Is this the third Grid game? Have they not made one since the second one?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, that's been a while then. That was like a whole console generation ago.
It was 360. I don't think there's been a Grid on. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it was like one that was like border last gen launch.
2013, 2014 type game.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I could have seen that.
That game might be good. Who knows? We don't know.
Another racing game coming out. Gonna have to directly compete with the next game, which is March 4th, Gran Turismo 7.
Yeah, which is a big release.
Coming out. This is a big release. Yeah.
Big release for Sony. Gran Turismo always sells well.
Sony's got a big early next year, huh? Thinking about it. Sifu, Horizon, Gran Turismo.
Yeah. I mean, they had a soft this year, so they're gonna start swinging.
Yeah, coming out the gate next year. But yeah, Gran Turismo 7 finally coming out. Sims is rudely interrupting us.
I don't think he can hear us.
I don't think he can. Anyways, are you into this at all?
Gran Turismo? No, because like I am more of the I want to play more of the Forza, the Horizon side, where it's a little more arcadey. I'm not into more. I either want to play
Racing
Mario Kart.
Simulation. I'm not about that.
I want to play Mario Kart or Horizon. That's what I want to play. I don't want to play the more simulation. But to the other side of it, I appreciate all of the simulation games. I think the simulation games are awesome. I think that it's so cool that we get games like this, and I think it's great that Sony's putting them out, and Microsoft's putting them out. We're getting one, for each major console. So
they sell so big, right?
Yeah,
they sell for years too. All those guys that have like the racing car and stuff, the fucking driving wheel and shit like that. Those guys, they all buy this.
The Horizon stuff has completely overshadowed the whole thing. Simulation it doesn't sell as well as it used to. I don't think, because if I remember correctly, the Gran Turismo games have not sold what they used to sell. They've kind of gone down.
Also, way less output. There was only one put out last gen.
That's true.
So,
Sport, yeah,
and that was the lowest.
It was the lowest
score one, yeah. So I know we'll see if this game can get back to like its high. I know like Gran Turismo 2 or whatever is like one of the highest rated.
It's like 2 and 3.
Yeah, 2 and 3. So we'll see if this company can get back on track with this one. Sims?
I think for it being not yet. I think for it being a 7, there instead of like it because the last one was sport. I think it being Gran Turismo 7, that means something. It being a numbered game.
Sure. Could see that. But yeah, not one for me technically. That's the same day then, March 4th. Triangle Strategy comes out for the Nintendo Switch. Daniel,
What is wrong with you, Square?
you know this?
Number 1, it was Octopath Traveler with an awful name. What a cool code name. Awful main game name. Awful main. You could have just called it Octopath. That would have been better.
I like the name.
It sucks. It's a bad name. Triangle Strategy is worse. How does you name a game worse?
Triangle Strategy is great. You get it.
No, it's not.
It's a triangle and it's a strategy. What's wrong?
It's to like the 3 different weapons. It's basically the Fire Emblem thing.
Sure.
Like get it out of here. It's a bad name. It's not clever. It sucks. Name it something else.
Triangle Strategy. I'm into it.
It's probably hurting these 2 games, I would assume. Name them. You know what, Square? Call them Final Fantasy Block.
I don't think these 2 games are gonna sell no matter what.
No, here, listen to what I just said. Call them Final Fantasy blank, like a side game, both of them, and they would sell that much better because they look awesome and they're turn-based.
Then you got to squeeze them into that Final Fantasy lore.
That's how you sell them. Is Final Fantasy, yeah, not whatever their own series is.
Do we need more Final Fantasy games though?
Yeah,
I don't think we do. We got enough. It's already like the longest series with the most games.
We're getting the game of the year this year, which is Final Fantasy Origins Strangers in Paradise. Game of the year.
I thought you were going to say Chocobo Grand Prix.
Oh, that's coming out this year too? Oh, no.
That is.
Game of the year coming out.
Daniel, on March 10th of next year, Chocobo Grand Prix comes out.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully that game's good. I need more card games.
Only on Switch, too.
Yeah, only on Switch. You're right. Yeah, that's weird.
Bro.
What'd you say?
Choco, bro.
Yeah, I think it's what he said. Hopefully this game's good because I like kart games. If I could be Cloud on like a kart, it's a win-win for me.
I don't think you can. I think it's just exclusively Chocobros.
No, there was Final Fantasy IX characters.
Was there?
There was that Knight guy in Final Fantasy IX racing around.
Sure. I thought this game looked terrible from that last trailer.
Yeah, it didn't look good. I hope it's good.
Sibs, anything to say on this game?
Welcome to the show.
Hi. I need a quick recap. Right, give me the big games. They're quick.
Oh my god! All right,
we just did all this.
Pokemon, Sifu, Horizon.
Pokemon,
Elden
yes. Sifu, yes. Horizon.
You're gonna play it, love it, platinum it, and then you're gonna come on here and say you hated it.
We got Dying Light 2. We got the Life is Strange collection, which I know you were excited for this year. You said you were going to play it, but it ended up getting delayed. What else? I think that's pretty much it. Yeah. Oh, Rainbow Six Extraction is coming out.
Okay, we don't need to. We're not renaming all of these. All right, moving on. March 16th, Tunic finally coming out. I don't know if this was Game Pass, but it's Xbox Day One and PC.
I don't think they've said, but for how much Xbox has been marketing,
lock this one down for Game Pass, Phil.
Yeah, I would assume. I'm just going to assume it is, but I don't know for sure.
This game has one problem, and it's Death's Door.
I told you that. I said
because this game looks fucking awful now.
Looks much more puzzly than Death's Door.
I mean, it's definitely even more Zelda than Death's Door is for sure. So,
Death's Door being more of a Souls game.
No.
Than it was a Zelda game.
No.
This a true Zelda-like. Death's Door.
I will agree with that, but
a true Zelda.
Death's Door is a Zelda.
Death's Door is a Souls game. Next up, we'll shout out this. Well, Persona 4 Arena Ultimate comes out on the 17th. Can
I say one more thing real quick before we move away from Tunic? Because I'm looking at some stuff.
No, you can't.
This game is officially being published by Microsoft according to Game Informer. So if it's being published, I assume it's coming to Game Pass.
Yeah,
I just want to say that.
Get it, Phil. Lock it down.
Yeah.
Persona 4 Arena Ultimate comes out the next day, March 17th.
Not getting an Xbox release, which doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Also, no next gen release at all. So
it was on Xbox, the original version.
Weird Persona kids will have fun with that one, I'm sure.
Yeah, those weebs.
Then the next day, March 18th, which is why are we releasing games 3 days in a row? What's going on here? Everyone Friday. Just figure it out. All right. Anyways, Stranger of Paradise, Final Fantasy Origins, March 18th.
Game of the year.
What a title.
Yeah.
Is this
Chaos.
the one that nobody likes?
Yeah.
No, I think that some people like some of the games.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. No one likes it.
Yeah, it's kind of the crazy game. And you know what? We forgot another game now that I'm looking here. And it's funny that we forgot about it because no one thinks about this game anymore after the last showing, which is Babylon's Fall, March 2nd. Do you remember Babylon's Fall?
I don't even think that game's worth talking about.
Okay. I just wanted to mention that's Platinum 2, the second tier Platinum team that's working on that game.
Oh man, what a horrible team.
No, I know.
I like how they have this one team that like, hey, you guys, you just make
You're the good team. Yeah, then you're the bad team.
Imagine you're a guy that gets drafted from the good team to the bad team. Like, hey, Roger, sorry, we're going to need you to go to the B team.
Oh, no.
You're just not cutting it out. Sorry, man.
So if this game Strangers in Paradise, if it reviews well, I'd play it. Like, Team Ninja, I know that this game is kind of, being dogged on right now, but Team Ninja is a very good developer. They make very strong gameplays, games with strong gameplay in it. Like, the Nihon games with their last games. Then they did the Ninja Gaiden games. They make very good games. So it's interesting that this didn't get the reception that I thought it would, but I'd be curious to see if it actually is going to be good though.
Yeah, it was like a big deal when it was rumored, and then we all saw gameplay, and everyone was like, okay, never mind.
Yeah. So people were like Final Fantasy Souls game, because everything has to apparently be compared to Souls now, because it has a boss fight.
It's got a boss fight, man, and you get Souls game. Next up, March 25th.
Literally every game's a Souls game.
You two are probably excited for this one. Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, March 25th. Coming out on everything, except Switch.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Sims?
Do you think this will be delayed?
No.
You don't think so? I'm excited, yeah, 100%. It's one of those games that like it's just mind. You turn your brain off and you just shoot shit. And like when you've got somebody with you, like it's always a lot of fun. So yeah, I'm excited for it. I like the direction they go for it. Tiny Tina's a bit loud for me, and I'm a loud person, but like,
Ashley Birch.
That's a lot coming from you.
Exactly, yeah. But yeah, wow. I don't know, like that the whole like screaming and that whole like.
Yeah, I like Tiny Tina.
Yeah, it's fun. I can't get my camera.
So is this game just another Borderlands game?
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
No. Daniel says no.
The game takes place in a D&D, or I think it's called.
Yeah, but like, does it play just like another Borderlands game?
Yes, there are some like things that they hint at to like it being a little different, like it being like have some fantasy elements is interesting. And from what I correct me if I'm completely wrong in the comments or something. I want to say that because there are like drops for weapons and rarity for weapons. I think that there is something to do with armor now in this game, so that there's like different armor pieces you're equipping now as well. Because they haven't gone in depth as much as I am used to with Borderlands. Like when you get previews, you get like the character builds and you get to see the different trees. Maybe they're still ramping up to marketing and they'll do that soon. But I think it's a little different because it has that fantasy element.
Sims, anything else you got to say on this?
I've got a headache.
Yeah, Tiny Tina will do that to you. I'll tell you.
I literally just got it. Like, it literally
I like
just
Tiny
come on.
Tina.
Just for the record, I had the booster today. I'm all drugged up. The government are tracking me.
How's that 5G treating you? Going through coursing through your veins.
Listen, man, if I got 5G, right, I'd be buzzing because my internet is not good.
That hotspot. Yeah,
I'm saying.
When you turn into a zombie, I will personally come and shoot you in the head.
Thanks, man. That means a lot.
Don't worry about it. No problem, man. I got you. Also coming up sometime that month is the Grand Theft Auto 5 remastered.
Right. Mm-hmm. I also want to shout out.
Also, apparently, Sims. Maybe you could talk about this. WWE 2K22 is supposed to come out sometime that month.
I mean, it's they gave a I'm not sure if they said March directly, but the latest news is January we're getting a big update on the game. Possibly. I don't think we've got a release date, but they've said like early 2022. No. So, I mean, the rumors and stuff that coming out of it, you know, it's looking positive. Like I think they've showed a few character models already. So, I mean, they need this game has to come out good.
Aren't these normally big fall games?
Massive, yeah. This got delayed. Like it was supposed to come out this year. Sorry, I'm in the limbo. It's supposed to come out this year, but they delayed it so for more time, which you know is understandable. But this game has to hit. I mean, like I said, I think I've said this before. Like if it comes out April, like March, April, perfect time because that's when wrestling's booming.
WrestleMania.
Like from now, from like January to April. Probably the best time to a wrestling fan because like you got the Rumble and then Mania. So fingers crossed they can hit that April time. And obviously everyone's going to be like clamoring for a bit of wrestling, and you know they want to recreate their favorite matches. And hopefully they hit the nail on the head and they get this game out and it comes out good to great. It's not going to be amazing. It's going to take a couple more years for them to really, you know, get this game back to, you know, here comes the pain levels for PS. Because it's never been as good since it left the PS2. Like it's as simple as that. Like it needs to be what it was on the PlayStation 2, just dumb, arcadey, unrealistic fun with realistic graphics. If that makes sense.
Well, here comes the pain indeed.
Oh my god!
Moving on to April then.
Hold on. The Weird West is coming out March 31st. Coming
what
everywhere.
The fuck is Weird West?
That is that. It was that cool like Western top-down game that got announced. It was supposed to come out this year, and they ended up delaying it.
March 31st for that one.
March 31st. Yeah, it just looks cool. Cool little.
Moving on to April, Advance Wars 1+2 Reboot Camp comes out. You guys?
Is there an exact date for that, or just April?
April 8th.
April 8th.
Sorry.
I might play it. Especially if there's not a ton I want to play in April. Like, I never played the Advance Wars games. Those are games I missed on my...
Yeah, what are those on? Original Game Boy?
Yeah, they were handheld games.
Okay.
So, I missed those games. They look cool, and they're very well liked.
Yeah, they are quite... Like, when we did the draft, I was like, and ahhing. Like, should I, you know, should I, shouldn't I? Should I or shouldn't I? So, I mean, I
think I took this one.
You got it, yeah.
So,
yeah. The first two are rated like crazy high on Metacritic.
Yeah, these are big GBA games, like massive. They miss me. They just looking back, it's one of those, isn't it? Like, can these games review well again with them being just a remake? Because you know, technology.
If it's
and
done
games
well.
Yeah, I know. Is it going to get reviewed well on nostalgia just on nostalgia alone, or is it? You know, it's going to be a dated game? It's from what I see, it's just turn-based battling, right?
Yeah,
some sort of shit. I don't really know what's going on here. Everyone needs to just give it a 10 now for me.
It's not going to get a 10.
Cadsense?
I forgot. Sorry. I'm this headache's killing me. Yeah, I just it's gone. Forgot. I'm so sorry.
Advance Wars 1+2. Sims will remember sometime soon.
One day.
Now the next game I'm seeing here, little Daniel will probably stop me, is Stalker 2: Heart of Chernobyl.
I only have 2 games on my list.
April 28th. Yeah, I don't really want to shout out.
I think that's the only big game in April right now.
Yeah,
Stalker 2. Coming to Game Pass.
Coming to Game Pass day one. Daniel?
Technically an Xbox exclusive for now.
Is this who makes it?
I'm not sure. Let me see the developer. Does
Xbox own these guys?
No. It's GCS Game World. They're also self-publishing as well.
What are these guys?
I'm not sure.
It's not coming to Game Pass. Oh, it is coming to Game Pass, isn't it?
No, coming to Game Pass.
It was on the showcase, wasn't it? This looks decent, to be fair. Like,
it looks good.
I mean, the Chernobyl stuff, like, I'm quite interested in, like, you know, watching the TV show earlier this year. Like, yeah, it looks good.
That first game's really well liked. So, this sequel's been in the making for a long time as well. So, I hope it's good. Looks good. It kind of gives me like Metro vibes. I just don't know if it could be as good as Metro, because I love those 3 Metro games.
Sure. Moving on then. Into May. First big game I'm seeing here is Vampire the Masquerade Swan Song, coming out for everything May 19th.
Mm-hmm.
Yay.
It's not a franchise I play, so I just know that is a well-liked series. That's it.
Are these ones pronounced Vampire?
No, there's no. You're talking about that Don't Nod game, and it's not Vampire. It's still Vampire.
Vampire.
I hate when people say Vampire.
Vampire.
No, stop.
All right.
Stop it.
That's what it is. It's not Vampire. Vampire. And then the next big game, May 24th, Forspoken comes out. What? Sons of Forest?
Yeah, that's a really the for I think it was called The Forest. It was like that co-op survival game, was very popular.
Yeah, I played this. I absolutely hated that game.
I know a lot of people love that game.
Yeah,
I watched an entire playthrough. Achievement Hunter play that whole game, and
I saw a trailer for the first one, and it looked so cool. I just bought it for like $20, and then I started playing it, and I was like, "Oh, it's a survival game."
It's a survival game.
And then I immediately deleted it.
Yeah. But it's a really cool survival game, and to get a sequel to that game, I never would have thought they would have made one. So, just a little shout out to that. It's coming to May 20th, PC.
And then May 24th, we got Forspoken coming out.
Mm-hmm.
PS5.
Probably the biggest game in there.
Yeah, definitely thus far.
This potentially is like my most anticipated game for the year.
I hope it's good.
Because I don't know, something about it. Like, when they last showed it, I was like, this looks really good. Like, really, really, really good. I'm really excited.
It's interesting you say that, because the Game Awards trailer did not do much for me in terms of making me more excited for it.
Yeah,
like I think the first time we saw more of it, like there was the teaser and then we saw like more that second time. I think that second trailer was fun and I liked that trailer. Like this trailer didn't really make me more excited.
I think gameplay for this looks incredible. I think it looks really fun. I just can't wait to run around in this world and play with the powers and stuff like that. The story I worry about, because it does seem kind of bad when you see trailer, at least like dialogue wise, it doesn't, I don't know, like the world seems cool and very interesting, but the dialogue just is coming across very cheesy and anime like. So I don't know, we'll see if this game turns out. I can't wait to play it though. I think I'll probably just end up playing through it as long as the gameplay is as good as it looks.
Yeah, see, I'm curious, and is the gameplay as good as it looks? That is the big question for me. It's like It might not be, so I'm not sure. We'll see. I'm excited to see more of the game and maybe some previews in the beginning of the year or something.
Yeah, certainly big game for PlayStation as well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, looking forward to it. Now there is nothing in. We're gonna really slow down on release dates here because we don't have many this May. There's nothing really in June I'm seeing that's too big.
And Game Informer has nothing in June, July.
I got 2
confirmed.
Here on Wiki. Okay, and then we skip to August.
Mm-hmm. There's only one in August.
One date, August 23rd, Saints Row.
Yeah.
The somewhat reboot, whatever we're calling it, coming out.
Soft reboot.
Yeah,
we don't know if
February to here, so at least there's a date on it already. Daniel, no, you're a big Saints Row guy. Go ahead.
Yeah, at least Saints Row the Third in particular, is the one that I like. I'm excited to play this game. I mean, this game was supposed to come out early in the year, so there's no way it's going to get pushed again. Like this game's releasing here, that's why they have a date. I want to see some reviews for the game, but I'm excited for it. I like comedy games. I don't think we get enough comedy games in the first place, so I think Saints Row always has room in gaming.
Sure, yeah. I'm not particularly into it. I never really enjoyed the sense of humor in the Saints Row games or anything like that, or just the games in general. I never really liked, so I probably will skip this one. But
I think they're fun to play. Like they're just more arcadey feeling GTAs. Like the driving feels good in Saints Row. It always has. Like just running around shooting stuff in Saints Row has always been fun. So if they can keep a good level of like gameplay, I think it'll be a good game.
Saints Row seems like something you'd be into.
Not really, no. Like I played the first one on the 360, just because, and I was like, oh, it was fun. Do you know what I mean? Like I was younger back then as well, so like the comedy was like on my level, dildo bats and stuff like that. But it was more like the ragdoll mechanics that really like took me aback. Like I was like, oh, this is, you're not getting hit by a car and you don't just fall over. You like,
or when you steal a car, you like jump through the window and like kick the person out. I love that. It's so fun.
I mean, why not? Let's try this game out. Like, you know, like I don't think I've ever played I haven't played a Saints Row since, so maybe I'll enjoy this one. You know, get that Grand Theft Auto taste. You know what I mean?
We're waiting for GTA 6. We'll be waiting a little while. So
I played. Sorry for people that don't know, for people who don't care either. So I've recently upgraded my graphics card. So I was like, you know, just sat on my computer. I was like, what can I do to like really like test this graphics card out? And I loaded up GTA 5. And my god, that game's so much better when you can just like max it all out. Like I was running it at like 60 to 70 to 80 frames per second, and you know I just put some cheats in, and I just blowing people's heads off and like driving around smooth as butter.
Hacking shit on your PC now.
Listen, man, I watched The Matrix. I know this shit now.
With your fucking 3 monitors sitting there,
jack me in,
hacking shit. Cheat on all the 12-year-olds. All right, next up.
But yeah, another one. A shout out as well to Epic Games as well. Epic Game Store just lately, like for Christmas, free game a day.
Giving a lot of free games. Yeah.
Control today the entire Tomb Raider collection.
That's awesome. All three.
All three of the latest ones.
Oh, you got that all three through Epic Games.
Pardon?
Because I saw that bundle. I saw the bundle on sale the other day. I didn't. Yeah, that's cool. You got it through Epic Games.
All three as well. If you've got Epic Games on your computer,
I don't think I have that.
You should get it.
Even if
my obviously we're always signed in on my daughter's account. My daughter's library is popping. Well, I'm talking Batman trilogy, Tomb Raider trilogy, Control.
She's never played any of these. No. She should play all of those.
She plays Fortnite.
I want to. Get your kid straight. All right, next up, September. All we got is Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown.
You didn't even need to say this. Move on.
No? Okay, I'm just...
Test Drive, man. That takes me back to the original 360 days.
Oh, this one I didn't need to talk about. Okay, great.
I don't even know what this game is.
Test Drive is
October.
I know it's a driving.
Yeah.
October, Scorn comes out. This is that weird alien looking thing.
Mm-hmm. The H.R. Geiger look.
Who's that?
Design. That's the where the design for the alien world.
Oh, sure. Yeah. This has been talked about for a while now. This game, I guess it got delayed all the way to October. I don't remember this happening.
Yeah, well, it was supposed to. The initial was supposed to release this year because remember they showed it last year at the Xbox thing.
I always thought this was like this could have launched with the Series X, and I could have just like completely. You could have told me that happened, and I would have just like been like, oh yeah.
Yeah, sure. I played and beat it already.
Yeah. Okay, cool. We'll look forward to that one, and then your last big date for the year, November 11th, Starfield.
Yeah,
comes out. Bethesda Game Studios' next big game. I can't fucking wait.
Mm-hmm.
How great is this year with just that? You know, I mean, you're gonna have to. But
we have a lot more that don't have dates yet.
Yeah,
we could just run through them real quick. I guess.
Well, I want to talk about the big ones that might come out.
So
yeah, hang on, stay on Starfield.
Okay.
Talk about Starfield. Any opportunity I get to talk about Starfield, I will talk about Starfield. That being said, Starfield. I can't wait though. The Bethesda Studios' next big game. Their first big game is Fallout 4. I guess
first new IP.
First new IP in like my lifetime. So, which is fucking rad. I can't wait to see what this game is. They seem to be kind of teasing it here and there. Like they put out another teaser on like Christmas Eve, if you guys noticed, something like that, like concept art and shit. So I'm wondering what the marketing plan is going to be leading up to this. If we will just get, they got plenty of time, but I'm wondering if we'll see gameplay before E3. You know, I wonder, or if Todd Howard wants to do his traditional come out, talk about the game for 45 minutes and fucking do that. I mean, I want that too, but I'm wondering with all the videos they've been making. They're not leading up this year. Maybe
Todd
they will.
Needs to hit a home run, and that's what
it is. A new IP though, so you have to kind of market it differently than you would a Fallout game or Elder Scrolls. I think so.
It's Bethesda. It doesn't. It literally doesn't matter. You need Todd needs to sell this game because I think a lot of people I guess maybe in terms of games media, are more down on BGS and him just because of his last producing of 76. He needs to come out swinging, him in particular. So let Todd come out, let Todd show it off, and then release it in 4 months or whatever that is.
I agree. Yeah. Looking forward to seeing what this game actually is. I'm just very excited about the idea of it, though.
I need space. I like sci-fi.
My thought process is on the whole that they are talking a lot more. Is they have the time to now, if that makes sense. Like, because they're getting looked after by Microsoft, they've got more time to just sit down and go. Just have these, like, I think they did. Todd Howard did something a couple of months ago, didn't he? Talking about.
They did like a little sit down with some other developers, yeah.
Which is great, more communication, because like Bethesda has this like really bad, like, I mean, a couple of years ago, if Bethesda was owned by Microsoft, they would never let them show the whatever that was with the older Scrolls. They were just desperate. Yeah, they were just no.
Oh, you're talking about the 6?
Yeah,
that teaser.
They just said,
talking about just revealing it in general.
Yeah, like we know you're making it. Like I think they're just like, let's just put this in just for putting it, to make them a bit. Just get the pop because
people know. Yeah.
I mean, I think that was just a direct move because of the backlash that 76 got.
Yeah,
they just needed some goodwill their way, and it's like, hey guys, we're also making Elder Scrolls 6.
Like, but my thought process is like we will get a lot more. The communication is key as well. I think they've learned that with Halo as well. It worked out for Halo so much. Like for the whole of this year, it was like every month. Here's an update on Halo every month, and that's what every game should be. To be honest, even if it's just written form, hi guys, we're here. If they've got the people and the resources, the big games, this game every month. We're working hard. Blah blah blah. This is going to be great, blah. I don't know, all the bullshit that we need to know about. Look at Halo, like people were okay. They were jumping into Twitch streams or talking about in blogs, everything. They were just like, everyone wanted to know, everyone was listening, everyone was waiting, everyone. And people love this information as well. Like, if you look, Connor, like that, obviously Connor's he's so excited for this game. Look how excited he is. Look at him. Look at him. Look how he is. And if you got one little smidgen every month of Todd Howard going, what's the guy? I forgot what the game's called.
You can look at things.
That's all I want. Exactly. Todd Howard comes out, he just says Han Solo, and I'll talk about it for 30 minutes on here.
I'm just saying, like, they've got more time. They've got more. They've got more. They're getting looked after. They can focus on the game. Bit more communication. They don't have to go silent for 3 years now. Like, they can just go and talk about it and say, look, this is in development.
We need less secrecy in the industry. It's too much secrecy.
I mean, I do like a good reveal.
Sure, but we don't need secrecy all the time. I think these
you do what you guys are saying and do the whole talk about it constantly and give us updates and stuff like that, or don't talk about it at all until like 3 months before it's about to come out.
Mm-hmm. That's what I would say. E3.
It's too late for that with this though.
No.
Yeah, you already talked about it. It's been announced. We know it's coming out. They already put a date on
the blowout at E3.
Oh yeah, have the blowout at E3, sure. Yeah. But like, I'm just saying, in games in general, do one of those two.
Sure. I just don't think people need to be secret about everything.
June's not that far away.
I know.
Not that far away. Honestly, it's January to June.
6 months. 6 months will be here very quickly.
Yeah. You said this last year, and I couldn't disagree more. I feel like that's the slowest time of the year.
Oh my god!
No, I say it's going to fly until we get there.
No, not
I think it slows down after June.
Oh, okay.
I think after June, it just the whole build it just.
Mine's the exact opposite. I feel like January through June is very slow for me.
I've got things going on. Like I mean, especially with as sad as it sounds, like. With the constant flow of video games, this year will fly.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Always be playing something new.
Always be playing something new.
I agree with that. Okay,
we're now going to move on. No dates.
Yeah, we're going to talk about the games with no dates that are rumored to be coming out in 2022. I want to stop and talk about the big ones, but first,
I'm looking at it in alphabetical.
Let me just do it. I got alphabetical as well.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm done. The wiki and the Game Informer are the same list.
Okay, cool.
Anyways. First one. We got to talk about this one for a second. Abandoned. Coming out sometime this year.
I mean, they dropped that weird tweet. They dropped that weird tweet on Christmas Day.
There's also something on the PlayStation front. There's that whole like there's a new test beta coming or whatever.
Christmas morning, they were like, I forgot what it said. The experience demo or whatever is due to drop soon. Yeah, like it's due to drop soon. And like, I don't know. Like, I mean, and then a couple of days later, Hassan came out and just had a massive rant on Twitter. Absolute massive. Like, don't, stop doing this. We are not this. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
What I hate about that, man, is just like, dude, you did this to yourself.
You did this to yourself,
you did this to yourself, man. Like, I don't. It sucks. You're getting death threats and stuff. That's awful. It really is. But,
yeah,
man, you did this to yourself. You should have never teased Silent Hill if it wasn't a Silent Hill game.
Why did you show an image of Big Boss?
It was a Big Boss.
But I mean, as much as Daniel doesn't want to hear, it, there's something. This game. There's more that meets the eyes of this game. Either way,
at this point, I'm convinced it was all just a giant troll, and like they got way in over their head with it. But yeah, coming out sometime next year, maybe we will finally find out what this game is sometime next year. We can only hope. But nonetheless, the abandoned saga continues in 2022. Next up, we'll keep rattling through these. A Plaguetail Requiem comes out sometime next year, apparently.
My second favorite.
Yeah, Sims. You got to be into this, right?
I think especially after the last trailer. That trailer for the Game Awards was absolutely insane. I can't wait. I'm so excited.
Hopefully it's this year. Hopefully,
so many questions though. Like, why was he not moving them rats?
Those rats, man, they'll get you.
Yeah. Well, no spoilers, but you're talking about the end of the first game.
Yeah, like in the trailer,
like the reveals. Yeah,
but in the trailer, he wasn't.
There's a story.
I suppose, like in the trailer, I suppose if they did it would ruin number one.
No, because they'll probably deal with that. I mean, it looks like even Amicia is going to be more combat. Going to be doing more.
Amicia.
Yeah, like there's a cross.
Oh my god, the game's so fucking good.
It's great.
You don't understand it. Like, it's so good. It's so good. Like, so, I think it was my sister-in-law. She was asking about it the other day, and I was like, it's just like a low-budget Last of Us, and that's okay. I think. Like,
we need more games.
Game.
Yeah, we need more games.
Played it for like 3 hours, wasn't it?
Yeah, because you. There's.
Yeah, say what you're gonna say.
No.
Say it with your chest.
Go ahead, say it, Sims.
No, man.
What do you want to say?
I'm not saying anything about your piss poor attention span.
I do have a piss poor attention span. That's a real thing, man. That's real. Thanks. Hit me where it hurts. Anyways, next game. Possibly coming out in 2032. Avatar Frontiers of Pandora.
I mean, you missed one, but that's okay.
I'm not shouting out Arc 2. Fuck Vin Diesel.
No, that's not what I was gonna say.
Let The Rock back in, okay? Fuck you, Vin Diesel. What were you going to say?
You can go ahead with Avatar, and then I'll say it.
Okay, Avatar Frontiers of Pandora, the first-person Avatar game being made by Ubisoft. We're all looking forward to this, right?
I mean, I'm not down on it. Like, I just want to see what the game is, you know? Like, I think that game could be cool. Like, Pandora is a really cool world. Like, I know that movie's kind of whatever. Like, I think it's a fine movie. And that world is really cool. So I think that this game could be really cool. I just don't know what really the game is yet. So I think that if they come out with, like, gameplay with, like, a Ubisoft forward, I think they could really, like, blow us away.
This game ain't coming out next year.
I don't know. It's been worked on for a long time.
I don't know.
Hopefully, the only thing I can say that I want to say about this game is that hopefully they don't just typically Ubisoft this game.
Yeah, I mean, this is also the Division team. They haven't put out a game in years. Like, they've been working on this game for a while.
That's what I want, though. If this game comes out and it's just a first-person Avatar game, but it's just another Ubisoft game, you know, if it's just another Assassin's Creed Watch Dogs type thing,
Isn't
you know, like
cool.
that could be cool in first person depending on what you're doing and stuff, but
and it's in Pandora, like it's a completely different world and stuff.
Ubisoft really needs to start changing here, and I know they kind of are. It seems like Assassin's Creed is going in a new direction, not a direction I like, but I think Ubisoft needs to change up the formula here. All their games are just becoming way too samey. I mean, they have been for years, but yeah, we need to see something else from Ubisoft here. That company's not doing too hot right now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, isn't Massive doing the Star Wars game as well, though?
After. Yeah.
They are, yeah.
So, I mean, that could be an indication that this game is done.
I think.
Kind of.
I think
so.
You know
what I mean?
Division was what, 2018? Division 2? Right? Or 2019?
I didn't play it.
I think it was 2018.
I want to say.
I mean, even if it was 2019, it'd be a while.
Continuing on then. What was the game you wanted, Danny?
Yeah, I wanted to shout out Arc Raiders. That was the game that they showed off at the Game Awards. It was that like co-op like game. I guess it's supposed to be like an online service game where you saw them fighting a big monster. Had the like cool pop song. It was like the last big game they showed at Game Awards right before like the Matrix stuff. I think that looks cool.
We missed some bits because we watched it. Obviously, we watched it a rerun. And we went on the GameStop like the whole entire show, and for some reason the GameStop was like DMCA'd to fuck. Like they took the song out of Tiny Tina's. We couldn't listen to the performance of Imagine Dragons. Anything that Saints Row, nothing. But I thought, this would just be all of it because I thought maybe it's just all licensed music. But I thought Keela would be all over that. Anyway, found another stream. And it was fine. So I think I missed this due to sound issues.
Yeah, it was like a pop song. It looks cool. I'm curious about it.
Division was indeed released in 2019.
2019, okay. That's still a couple years away. I think that game is probably pretty close. We can move on.
Let's continue. We are only in the B's. Okay, this one's a big one, though. Bayonetta 3 is supposed to come out sometime next year. We got to talk about this.
ASAP, please.
Yeah, I would think October-ish. That'd be my guess, probably.
No.
Especially with the Baldur's Gate game coming out early. I think we'll probably spread that apart.
I'm thinking like May.
Oh, that's way too early. We would have got a date.
I don't think so. If you remember the I forget the guy at Platinum was like, yeah, we have a lot to show for this game. It's just up to Nintendo whenever they want to show it. Like, I feel like this game is so much closer than people think it is.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Next up, we're gonna just rattle through these here. The Callisto Protocol might come out sometime next year.
Did they say that?
By the Dead Space guy. It had a 2022 thing on there somewhere. Okay. So
cool.
Might be coming out next year. We've seen absolutely nothing from it being made by the guy that made the first Dead Space. So
Glenn Schofield, right?
Yeah, something like that. And then this is in that PUBG universe or whatever.
He left.
Curious to see what this game actually ends up being. He
left Sledgehammer, and then he made his own company.
Sims, anything to say on that one?
No, he doesn't.
No. Okay.
I have one more I want to shout out in the Seas real quick. The Coffee Talk sequel is supposed to come out sometime next year. It's called Coffee Talk Episode 2, Hibiscus and Butterfly. It's like only last gen stuff in Switch, but I mean, obviously you could play it this gen. But like, I really liked that first game last year, so hopefully we hear more, like a Nintendo Direct or something.
Sure. Moving on to the D's, the Dark Pictures anthologies, The Devil in Me, coming out probably next October. I'd imagine.
Of course, so excited for it to be the
exciting.
finale.
This one's like a Saw one or something. Like that. I don't know. You get kidnapped. Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah. Have to escape a room. I'm into that. Why not?
I want to shout out Destiny's going to have their Lightfall expansion at the end of the year.
They have another expansion?
Because this is the beginning of the year, and then the end of the year, they will have Lightfall. Yep.
Bungie going for it. Okay, cool. Yep. Then also sometime next year, apparently, the Dead Space remake.
Yeah. I don't think we're going to get that.
I don't either. I don't think there's a shot in hell on that one. But they're saying 2022, so we'll see. Even though they like just started development or whatever, But
yeah,
we'll see. We'll see.
If we're in the D's, I'm going to shout out Dragon Ball: The Breakers. That's that like 1 versus 7 like Friday the 13th like game where you play as like the villain.
Plays Bulma.
I think you play as Bulma. You could play as like Frieza, like killing people or something. I don't know. It's really weird.
Nothing too big in the E's I'm seeing. Although I will say EA Sports UFC 5 will probably come out next year if they stick with their 2-year cycle.
Okay.
So I will probably get that sometime between like May and October of next year, I'd imagine. Okay. So
yeah, we got the Evil Dead game.
Evil Dead game coming out. Did that
co-op game?
Oh,
it doesn't have a date, but it's next.
I know
year,
that's supposed to be early next year, right?
It was supposed to be this year, and then they delayed it. So like it'll be probably early. Yeah,
that'll be interesting to see. Okay, I'm not seeing too much in the Fs.
No.
Geez, Ghostwire Tokyo is supposed to come out sometime next year.
Yeah, we forgot about
Q2 next year, so we'll see if that's true.
We also got God of War Ragnarok.
That'd be next, but that's the big one.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't have a confirmed date.
Stick with Ghostwire Tokyo for a second. Looking forward to this game. Tango Gameworks putting it out. Only PS5, right?
PC as well.
PC as well. Right? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's the last one on that deal then, huh? Yeah. Be interesting to see. This game hasn't looked too good from gameplay from what I've seen, so I'm not particularly looking forward to it, but we'll see. I hope it's good. First person horror games, that's always interesting to me. So
I like the world that it kind of has built. I think it looks cool. So I hope the game's good.
And then we will talk about the big one, God of War Ragnarok. I don't think anyone said 2022, but I don't think there was a 2022 at the end of that last trailer, was there?
I'm pretty sure they did say 2022.
Okay. There was a leak the other day from like some database that said September 30th, which is a Friday, so maybe that ends up being true. I would hope. That sounds awesome. That's a good release date for it, but we'll see if this ends up coming out next year. I can't wait.
I would say Sony really likes the summer releases, like July. I could see this game come out in July.
Yeah, I could. Something like that, sure. Yeah. Could be then. Could be any. I don't know. I got a feeling this will be early 2023, but
I don't think that they can. Especially for this year for them. I think they need this game to come out this year.
Why?
Because I think that they need it. They need to have a big year next year.
I don't think they do. I mean, they're still killing it on console sales. They don't really with how good their early next year game is, February through May is very
on
good
paper,
for them. Yeah.
None of that is God of War, because God of War will sell more than the rest of them. So.
Oh, certainly. But you could also just put that out in 2023. I don't think there's any rush for this game. You can put it out whenever.
September's a brilliant. September 30 is banging.
September as well. Yeah.
I mean, I'd take June, but September's okay.
June as well. Yeah. I think having in that summer to early fall.
I don't think Horizon's
be going into the theme of when Spider-Man came out too. So
yeah, that's true.
That. Yeah,
sure.
So what's happening in the beginning of the year? So for PlayStation, you've got Horizon,
Sifu, Horizon, Gran Turismo, and then Forspoken in May.
And that's PS5, is it?
Right. Yeah.
All of that is PS4 as well.
Not Forspoken.
And God of War. Yeah. I'm sorry, and not Forspoken. Yeah.
I think 2023 we start talking exclusive PS5s, don't we?
I mean, you would hope so, but they said that they weren't going to do any of that on PS4.
I mean, when are we going to start talking exclusive just in general, really? Because, Xbox doesn't have it either.
I mean, Starfield isn't coming to the old stuff.
It isn't?
No.
That's good. Good for them.
But if you remember what Xbox said, they want people to play Series X games on their PS or their Xbox One. So they want to try to do the reverse cloud stuff. So Xbox, I don't think, cares. They've never really cared. They want you playing their games, whether it's on Xbox One or Series X. Sony's just been the one that kind of flip-flopped a little bit.
Sure. God of War Ragnarok, though. Looking forward to it. I can't wait to see the story continue and see where it ends up going.
Yep. It's supposed to be the end of this era. We're not getting 3 of them in this era.
Which is good. I really like that they did that. I think that's going to make the story a lot stronger. I think there would have ended up being a lot of filler and stuff in this one. But now that they're kind of combining it into just one, I think we're gonna get all the good shit thrown at us right away, all the shit you want, like an Odin reveal and stuff like that. Thor, Odin, stuff like that. I think we're gonna get all that in this game, and that's gonna be fucking awesome.
Yeah.
They said you'll be able to visit all the realms in this one, which I can't wait. I think
there's like 4 or something you couldn't go to, or something like 4 or 5 you couldn't go to.
In the last one, yeah. There was quite a few you couldn't go to in the last one. So they said all of them will be available in this. That's gonna be fucking cool. Can't wait to see what like Asgard looks like and stuff. That Thor fight is like my most anticipated fight in next year, which is saying something for me.
Are we gonna fight Thor on the Bifrost Bridge?
Ooh, you're gonna maybe fight Odin there? Because I still assume we'll get a Thor fight in front of his house, right?
I mean, they could just say that was like a dream.
You'll probably fight Thor multiple times in this game, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
Sims, you're smiling over there. You excited for God of War?
Oh man, I'm really excited. This is like,
okay, cool.
This is the dream, innit? Like, this can only be good. So, there's no way this could be a bad game.
I mean, they could completely drop the ball narratively, right? Like, I think gameplay, it's going to be fun and good. Graphically, going to be good. Music, I'm sure is going to be good as well. The only way that this game could be bad is if they completely fumble the story and the narrative.
Well, there's only one person to blame then, isn't there?
No, there's a whole team. Oh, we got to blame Alana. She joined in 2018. It's all Alana's fault. Yeah, you're right.
I do worry. Because it doesn't sound... I don't think Curry Barlog, I know, is getting a writing credit on this. I don't know how much he's actually working on it. Maybe he's doing like the base story and stuff. But they're making a different game. Like Alana ain't working on this. Yeah, they're making something completely
I think Alana is working on...
No, she's on God of War. He's doing a new IP.
Yeah. She's on God of War?
Yeah,
really?
She talks about it a lot.
Oh, really? I didn't think she was on God of War. That's interesting. We'll see how that turns out.
So if it's bad, you blame Alana.
Yeah, that's it.
Cool. At least we got a YouTuber we can just... go in the comments and comment. Rip apart, can't wait.
You ruined it.
Can't wait to hear that for years. A lot
November
of Pierce ruined God of War.
Nerdy Gods podcast. A lot of Pierce is exclusive. Just apology. Yeah, just sorry.
That's what we'll title the video. A lot of Pierce says she's sorry.
That's it. We'll have her on the podcast. She just says sorry and then leaves.
I'm sorry. Okay, next game. We'll shout out this one. Goodbye, Volcano High. It's supposed to come out sometime next week.
Looks cool.
Yeah,
excited
for
it.
Hippos walking around or whatever.
Yeah,
the fuck.
animals.
What's that?
Cool.
What was that? What was that video music band video
OFK
game
or something like that?
Yeah. Where's that?
I'm excited for that.
That's probably on this list actually.
Yeah.
And then next big game, Gotham Knights.
So excited.
Coming out sometime next year. Coming out on everything. Last gen too. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But yeah, looking forward to this game. This has got to be early sometime. Like,
they have 3 games we'll talk about that need to be separated. One's coming out early, one's coming out in the middle, one's coming out in the fall. I'm assuming the fall one's Suicide Squad.
Yeah,
right.
I would assume that one's the furthest out. Yeah,
Harry Potter's probably in the
unless
summer.
Hogwarts. Yeah,
you could fit. See, you know what? You're making me.
We haven't even seen Hogwarts technically.
You know what? I'm just completely changing my mind right here. It's going to be Gotham Knights, Suicide Squad, Hogwarts, because Harry Potter has has had a holiday theme. They've always had like Christmas around.
Do they? Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Wizards celebrate Christmas? That's weird.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Every film does it, right? Every film?
Great for the most of that, especially the early ones.
Have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it'll come out around then. I mean, we might as well just talk about the other 3 while we're at it. But yeah, Gotham Knights looks cool. Cool. We got that big gameplay chunk a while ago, and we just haven't really seen anything from it since.
Yeah. Supposed to come out last year.
Yeah.
Or this year.
Sims, you want to say something?
It's weird how they did it. One, here's like 20 minutes of gameplay, and then the year after is like.
Yeah. It was like great when they announced too. They showed a lot at the announcement.
Loads of them.
Yeah.
I'll have to watch it again. I'm really excited for this, especially for the co-op aspect. I think
me too.
Having that Batman style, gameplay, and then with somebody else. Like, listen, if I'm Batgirl and then Natalie's like, what's his name?
Jason Todd.
Yeah, man, we're just having a good time. I'm excited. Yeah, I'm not excited for Suicide Squad. The game looks trash.
I think you're crazy, but
it just didn't look good. Like, none of it looked good. None of it.
We'll just talk about the Suicide Squad. Also rumored to come out sometime next year.
Not good. It completely turned me off. Nah, man.
I think they're nailing the sense of humor and stuff. I didn't like the way the gameplay was being cut into that trailer,
that
so I couldn't really.
It was weird.
Yeah, I couldn't really get a good look at like what the gameplay is actually going to be. So I think we need kind of a deep dive in that before I'm like sold on it. But I think the sense of humor and the style seems really spot on for Suicide Squad.
Yeah, it's rock steady. Come on, like. They haven't missed 3 games in a row. Like, come on.
Then we'll talk about Hogwarts Legacy as well. Also supposed to come out sometime next year.
This ain't coming out.
So we're going to get a big blowout. They're going to do some sort of event. We're going to get a big blowout, and I think it will. I've been making this game forever. Like,
what do you mean? It was supposed to... What? Are we confirmed a blowout? Have they said something about it?
Well, they're going to have some sort of. They have WB has a lot of games this year, or this next year. They have to have some sort of reveal event, like a DC fandom event with the games again, I would assume. So they're going to have to show all these games off. So, yeah, I'm excited. It's Harry Potter. Making my own wizard in the school. That sounds fun.
Out of all 3, like, I think if Harry Potter's done right and it's an RPG, could be a good lot of fun. I'm excited. I'm excited for Gotham. I don't know, Suicide Squad, I don't know, there's something about it. Maybe the way the trailer was cut, like, you know what I mean? Maybe Connor's onto something. Like, the way the trailer was cut just put me off. But then you got to think of it this way. Someone made that trailer. Like, what they hide it. They want to show you the best bits.
Maybe they're hiding some. Yeah,
I don't think they're hiding anything.
Listen, man.
With Hogwarts though, I'm not. I got to see gameplay on that. I'm not a Harry Potter guy at all. I've never even seen those movies, so I need to see gameplay. I know the developer hasn't made anything notable, so I don't know.
They did the mobile game, right?
I have no idea.
I think they did that mobile like Pokemon Go like game.
Sounds cool though. Wizard doing wizard shit. I'm into that. I'll play it.
If they nail down Hogwarts, that'll be fun just on its own.
Yeah, sure.
You get that vibe. All the secret, like
exploring the school.
Literally, Harry Potter Philosopher's Stone, like PS1 days of just going through Hogwarts. It was great.
Next game I'm seeing here is Kirby and the Forgotten Land. It's supposed to come out sometime Q2 next year, so I'd probably expect this
April. Got a lot, so
April, May, something like that, maybe March. Get lucky. This game looked awesome to me.
I'm curious to see 3D, more.
3D Kirby sounds fucking cool for me. I really like 3D platformers, so why not in a Kirby game? It did look like a lesser Mario to an extent. Sure, I'll give people that. But that's fine. Mario's a 10 out of 10. If this come out and be an 8 out of 10, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Go for it, Kirby. You suck up that shit. Next up, where are we? Okay, we'll do this one next. The Untitled Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild sequel. Supposedly coming out sometime in 2022. We will see.
If anything, late in the year, holiday season. If anything, that's what I would assume.
Me too.
I would put my house on this game not coming out next year.
This game has been in development for a long time. I don't think we know exactly what they're still being cagey about it. So like,
it's so weird. We don't even have a title yet.
Yeah, we don't have a title, but they've been making this game for so long. Like they could either drop it now or still 2 years away. Like I don't know.
February 23.
Sure, I could see that.
Sure, yeah. My guess would be the first week of March, like they did with the last one in 2023. That would be my best guess, but maybe we'll get it in like November-ish. That would be cool. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it though. I can't wait to see the
so
new improvements they make on the open world and stuff like that. Whatever they change with the feedback they got from the last one. So.
Very highly anticipated for me.
Definitely. The world is anticipating this one.
Yeah.
Next game, Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga. Supposed to come out sometime early next year.
Yeah, so excited for this one. This game looks so cool.
They're taking their time with this, huh?
Yeah.
Well, that can only be a good thing, isn't it? I don't know. Something like this, like, keeps getting delayed. Like, and there's nine video games, right? 9 films to go through.
Yeah.
And like, they always do a good job of like recreating it, and especially now they're putting voice acting in.
They're also changing the gameplay quite a bit in this one, making it a lot more tighter, a lot more polished and stuff like that. So
look more like a third-person action game almost.
Yeah, and then a traditional Lego game. This will be my first Lego game since the original Lego Star Wars. So I'm looking forward to that. It was the only other one I played.
My last Lego game was the Pirates of the Caribbean.
I've never played one. I might play this.
Really?
You've never played a Lego game?
No, I love
this. Explains so much, Daniel.
What?
You just need to play one of these games, man. Get some joy in your life. It's so fun.
I have a lot of joy.
I'm not sure, Daniel.
Get some joy to your life, get. Maybe this will give you some joy, Daniel. Little Devil Inside comes out sometime next year.
I'm still hesitant about the game, but I hope it's good.
It looked weird. Has a weird vibe to it. We'll see how this actually turns out.
I like the art style.
Yeah, I hope they launch this on PS Plus. That'd be a good idea.
Maybe.
This one in particular. Next game, The Lord of the Rings Gollum comes out sometime next year.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't get it. Still don't get why they're making a Gollum.
I hope that game's good. I want more Lord of the Rings games. So, like, I hope it's good.
Next game, Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope, sometime next year. Big one for Nintendo. Daniel's happy.
Yes, I love that first game. I hate the Rabbids, but like, it doesn't even matter. I just love the game. So,
you explained.
Game's awesome.
Sims, you like the first one?
Natalie did. Natalie bought it for me, and then she played it.
Well,
yeah, she had a lot of fun with it
in the Sims household. Then, next game, Marvel's Midnight Suns, come out Q3, Q4 of next year.
Mm-hmm. So excited for Axis's next game. Marvel, really, really cool looking game. I know that some people are upset it's like a card game or whatever, but like it looks really cool.
This is the type of game that I'd watch on YouTube.
Sure, watch like a playthrough.
Because I just don't think I'd be able to get my head around the whole like strategic side of like the game.
Yeah, I would just like the story. I'm with you on that.
See the story side of things. I mean, that's just basically me for being a complete utter dum-dum.
Next game I'm seeing, Nobody Saves the World, coming out Q1, Q2 next year.
I got two
Box Studios games.
I got a couple real quick. We got Moss Book 2, and we also have Multiverses. And in the M's.
Is that fucking the DC one?
Yep. Yeah. That's the WB game. And then Moss Book 2, the VR game.
Yeah. Should be a big year for VR in general next year. Sony actually launches with that VR2, yeah. So maybe this will launch with that, I'd imagine.
We don't know. It only says PSVR so far.
Yeah. So not entirely sure, but yeah. I know people are looking forward to that. A lot of people really like that first game. And then Nobody Saves the World,
which is
Box Studios game.
Which is an Xbox exclusive. Crazy.
Yeah. They locked that one down, huh?
I know. It's awesome. Shout out to them. Like,
wasn't the original Guacamelee only on Xbox?
No, they are both Guacameles are on Xbox now.
I thought it launched. Wasn't that one of the Xbox arcade?
They might have
launched. It doesn't matter. Anyways.
No, they might have launched first on PlayStation.
This game looks cool. I'm sure you'll pick this up day one.
See more? Yeah, I definitely want to play this game.
Yeah, I like the Guacamelee games enough.
Love them so much. They're so fun.
Okay, cool. Next game, Oxenfree 2, Lost Signals, coming out. I think early. It should be early because I know this was supposed to come out this year. So I would assume sometime first half next year.
Not coming to Xbox, which I find very odd. I don't know why. Coming everywhere else but Xbox doesn't make any sense.
Really? That is weird.
The first
you're right.
Xbox.
PC, Switch, PS4, PS5. That is odd.
So weird.
The first one I played on Xbox. I think it was only on Xbox for a while.
Yeah, it's really weird. And then they did a deal with
at least console side.
Was that after party or whatever?
Yeah.
Afterlife Party.
They did a deal with Xbox too, huh?
That was even on Game Pass. Really
weird. Yeah, it seems like they locked up some type of deal with Nintendo because this got revealed at the Direct, right?
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, who knows what's going on there? But nonetheless, really looking forward to that. Can't believe we're actually getting an Oxenfree 2. I really like the first game a lot. I love that narrative, so can't wait to see it continue. Never thought that would actually happen after beating the first game. So
I know.
I only played it last year as well. No, this year, sorry.
Yeah, you played it real recently, right?
If I say last year, I mean this year, okay?
2021.
Because You've
already switched over, huh?
I thought the podcast was at 7 o'clock for some dumb reason. I looked at the clock at 6 o'clock because I thought Daniel sent that GIF, and I was like, "Why is he sending GIFs for?" And I was like, "Oh shit, it's Thursday.
Oh shit,
it's 6 o'clock."
The next one I saw is Planet of Lana. which was that really cool like 2D game the Xbox showed off. I think it was shown off at Game Awards as well. They showed like a new trailer for that.
What's it
Got
called?
like a really
I don't
cool
recall
art.
this one.
Planet of Lana. It looks really cool.
Of Alana.
Coming. I think it's an Xbox exclusive as well. It's I think it's coming to Game Pass. Looks cool.
Does that have a date? Because I don't see it on the
It
one
does not
without
have a date. It does not have a date. It's undated yet, but it's coming out this next year.
Yeah, I don't see it here at all. Anyways, next game, the Prince of Persia: Sands of Time remake, might be coming out sometime next year. Who knows what happened?
Or they canceled it. Who knows?
Did they just realize it looked like shit and they're like, well, okay, maybe we need to redo this whole thing. Yeah, just throw that out, guys. Sorry.
What's this Planet of Lana looks great, by the way.
It does, right?
Really, really good, yeah. What's that bloody game on the PlayStation where she plays ukulele, turns into animals?
Astrika, we'll get there.
We're not there yet.
That looks really good, man.
Does it? Okay, well,
we're not there.
We'll get there when we get there.
We got three big ones here in the R's.
Sure, yeah, the R's are big. Redfall coming out sometime. It says Q3.
Exciting.
Yeah.
They said spring.
Okay, it says Q3
or
here,
summer,
but yeah,
maybe.
Sure. I'm probably like June, July.
Yeah, I think so.
Be my guess. But yeah, the second Arcane team making this game.
This is awesome.
Be somewhat of a multiplayer focused, maybe a Borderlands type thing going on here. I don't know. We gotta see gameplay of it. You two looking excited? Looking forward to this. I can't talk.
So excited for it.
Yeah, I want to see more. See where we're going with it. But yeah,
I love vampires. I want to shoot some vampires.
I can take it or leave them. I like Blade 1.
I'm not a big fan myself, actually. They tend to kill a lot of people, so.
You know?
I need to see gameplay for this. Yeah, I was into it, then they were like, it's Borderlands-like, and I was like, okay.
They didn't say that. I think most people are assuming.
I think people are just assuming that. I know, like, leaks came out or whatever, but yeah. I hope you meant this is a big one. River City Girls 2 coming out sometime next year.
There's only one other one that I was talking about. But yeah, River City Girls, I couldn't really get into the first one, but I love it from a distance. I love beat 'em ups. It just didn't completely vibe with me, but I love the style. I love the pixel art. It just looks so cool. So I hope this game is even better. Yeah.
What's the other big one in the R's you wanted?
Replaced, which was that really cool looking cyberpunk 2D game.
Yeah,
the Xbox showed off, which is an Xbox.
It had like that 8-bit style, right?
Yeah, it was like super pixelated.
I do remember this. Yeah.
It looked really cool. So
that one game came along and kind of stole this game's thunder because they kind of looked alike. Yeah,
remember that? It was years ago. Last night. Yeah, I'm very excited for Replaced. Hopefully it comes out this year.
Yeah, hopefully it actually comes out next year. We'll see.
I mean, it's slated for this year, so
cool. And then to the S's.
Yeah, I see.
Somerville would be the first game I am seeing here.
I see one game for me that I see, but you can go ahead, Somerville.
Yeah, Somerville coming out sometime next year. I'd assume this is somewhat earlier because we've getting more and more trailers for this. But this game looks really cool. Kind of a Play Dead inspired looking game.
Yeah. I think it's one of the. Narrative. I think the studio head is from Play Dead.
Oh, is he really? Okay,
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Yeah, this game looks really cool. Launching on Xbox exclusively. Mm-hmm. So I think this said this was Game Pass, right?
Yes, I'm pretty sure this was because this was at that E3 where they said everything is pretty much Game Pass.
Cool. Next game, Sonic Frontiers, coming out sometime next year. Q4 apparently coming out on everything.
Mm-hmm.
Sonic Breath of the Wild. Sims, you into this?
You know what? It might have been like probably one of my favorite games of the Game Awards. It looked quite good. It looked like I was like, this is interesting. Give me a Sonic open the world, let Sonic as long as Sonic can run fast, nothing can go wrong.
That's what they got to nail, right? Is the traversal. Like it's got to be fun. You got to jump around. You got to be really fast. So
they got to make the movement feel good in an open world.
Some loopity loop loops. Get some of them bad boys
all over
in
the
there.
place.
Or the loop loops.
It could be really fun. Yeah, hopefully this is good. I haven't played a 3D Sonic game in quite a while. So
Sonic Adventure 1.
I got a one here that we passed. Sea of Stars, which was the developer of The Messenger. It's like that top-down RPG that looks like Chrono Trigger.
We looked at a trailer for that the other day.
Yeah, it's got the composer of Chrono Trigger as well. So that game looks really cool. It's supposed to come out in holiday. I think that's all they've said. Holiday. It was it was at the Indie World Showcase, the last one.
Cool. Next game I'm seeing Splatoon 3. Supposed to come out sometime next year.
Another big one. Yep.
Could be a big year for Nintendo if this and Breath of the Wild.
Everything hits. Bayonetta.
Yeah, and Bayonetta, right? Could
Maybe
be
Nintendo do need a good year though, because this year is quite.
Yeah.
A lot of people really like this year though for Nintendo.
It had a bunch of mid-tier releases, but they had a decent amount of mid-tier releases.
Also the Kirby game, yeah. Nintendo's shaping up to have maybe their best year since 2017. So
2017, definitely, I think so.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest Splatoon guy. I probably won't pick this up, but
I've not played them. But if 3 is good, I might check it out.
Cool. Sims, do you play these?
No, I'm not. I've never really ever wanted to even pick it up. This looks like a Tucker game with them fucking dumb kids.
It looks like a Tucker game. Okay,
I think it is a Tucker game.
Oh, it appeals to 12-year-olds? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
9-year-olds.
9-year-old. Okay, cool. Go even younger. Next game, Star Wars Hunters, the big Star Wars game coming out.
Skip it. Move it. Move on. It doesn't.
This game looks alright, you know.
No, it doesn't.
I'll play this. Me and Sims will play this. Next game then, Stray, coming out sometime next year. Probably early, I'd say. First half at least.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Stray.
Yeah, the cat game.
Yeah, it's got to be early, right?
Yeah, it's got to be. I don't know, sometime first half, I would say. But yeah, looking forward to this. This one's been talked about a lot. I know a lot of people are really hyped on this cat with a backpack. So
yeah.
See, Sims, I know you're...
Imagine being in that marketing room. How do we make cats more appealing?
Give them a backpack.
And there's everyone's like gifts, and then someone else is like, oh, when they're falling off stuff, and then another guy was like backpacks, and then the leader of the room was like, yes,
backpack cat,
yes.
I like this guy.
I like this guy.
All right,
and then they bring in a real cat. And they put a backpack on it, and the cat freaks out and rolls off the table and then runs away.
Okay, there's a lost cat somewhere at this development studio.
In Annapurna Studio
with a backpack. He's just running around.
The next game is for Sims here.
Yeah, it's Sims' most anticipated game of next year. Tachia.
Yeah. No, just Chia.
Tachia.
No,
there's a T.
And that is how we annoy Daniel for the next year.
Tachia. There we go. God. I need that, and then just a game. It was some really good indie game needs to come out that Daniel plays and talks about, and then I don't play it.
Play it.
That's what I need.
There's been one every year, pretty much so far.
Can't wait for next.
And
year.
He only doesn't do it. He only doesn't do it just to piss you off. He wants to play these games.
I would really love to play these games too. Like they're probably great.
But he's committed to the bit. He's committed.
Maybe I'll just secretly play them and not talk about them.
It'd be funny if you actually played Kentucky Route Zero last year and you just never admitted to it.
Anyways, Tachia, Sims, why are you looking forward to this so much?
I don't know. He wants to be a little girl.
I don't know. You know, I like ukuleles. Big ukulele fan. Give me a small guitar.
I mean, you don't even pronounce it properly, so you're missing a letter there. It's ukulele. There's a K in it.
Ukulele.
You were missing a letter in the title.
Ukulele.
Ukulele.
Okay.
And much like you missing the T in Tachia.
That's not how you pronounce it.
You want to harp on him for this?
Yes.
Right.
He's not pronouncing.
There's a T.
This game.
Yeah, but you don't pronounce it like that.
Sims, I can't wait to do a bunch of drugs and play this game. How about you?
I don't know. It looks the chill, man. Like, you know, get the ukulele out. You know, you got that spinny chords wheel that you had for Last of Us. I don't know, man. Turn into some birds. Just have a good time. Like, I don't know. There's something about this game that really just. I just want to roll up a big fat zombie and play the video game.
That's what I'm saying. It looks chill. I mean, play guitar, turn into little animals. Like, sure. I don't know. The gameplay didn't look good, but.
I disagree.
Whatever. Okay. Fair enough. Next game. Where are we going here? Let me see.
TMNT.
TMNT. There you go.
No, not
Shredder's Revenge.
Yeah.
Coming out sometime next year.
Yeah.
Only on Switch and PC.
No, it's coming everywhere. I'm pretty sure. I'm
That's what's
pretty
listed
sure.
for.
Yeah, I see. I saw that, but I'm pretty sure it's coming everywhere. But they announced it, I think, at the Switch thing at Nintendo.
Regardless, traditional Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles beat 'em up game coming back.
So cool looking. That
Should
pixel
be
art
fun.
looks
Will you guys play this one with me? Play this in
This is
co-op.
this is the same team that did Streets of Rage, Streets of Rage 4. So
Oh, really? Oh, this is gonna be really
with
fucking good then, huh?
Emu, yeah, this is them. So yeah,
That's
I'm
dope.
so excited for this game.
Cool, I am too now. And then we will move on. Let me see here. Anything in the teas, boys?
The last one I see for me is Trek to Yomi, which is that like 2D. I think it was black and white samurai game that Xbox showed off. I'm pretty sure it was at the Xbox conference. It's coming everywhere. It's supposed to come out in the beginning of the year, is what they said, early the first half. So that game looks really cool. If you have not seen Trek to Yomi, check it out.
Cool. Next game I'm seeing then is this Warhammer, but I don't know if this is a new game. Is Warhammer 40,000 a new game, Daniel?
Yeah, they put out Warhammer games.
Is this that first person one?
Let me see. I think it might be. Yep, it's the 4-player co-op shooter. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Maybe that'll be interesting.
Made by Fat Shark, the developer.
Sims looks like he's contemplating why he does this show, why we talk about this game. What am I doing with my life?
Oh, then there's the last thing I see is there's a Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel coming literally everywhere. That looks like the last game. Yeah.
If there's any IP that should just be erased from all of time.
Yeah, we have Magic the Gathering. We don't need Yu-Gi-Oh!
I disagree.
Both of those.
I think you should
Any
get rid of
card
all
game
the
in
cards and keep the Yu-Gis.
Should burn them all. Waste the trees, let me tell you. Anyways, guys, that is... Well, okay. So, this went way longer than I thought. I do have a bunch of games written down that could come out next year. I don't know if you guys want to go through, though.
It's up to you.
I mean, okay, fine.
On you.
Sims, do you want to?
I'm worried about you, to be fair. Whatever.
No, I don't gotta be at work for a while. We're good. It's
as
like
long as you can.
a holiday week, you know. No one's really paying attention to what happens this week, you know. That week in between Christmas and New Year's, no one really cares. What goes down then?
We'll go as long as you want. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, we will go through these then. Starting off, we got a bunch of Xbox games that are announced. We don't have a release date for, so we'll rattle through those.
Sure.
Okay, and we'll just say if we think they're coming out or not, or talk about them as much as you want. I don't care. Avowed would be the first.
I think
one.
it's funny. I get you starting with A. That would be the one that I think is probably the closest, right? I think that they have so many different teams. I think that's probably Obsidian's next.
I think
big game.
There's a different one that's closer in my mind, which we'll get to.
Okay,
but yeah,
sure. I think
Avowed.
I think that game
Obsidian.
could surprise drop this next year.
Yeah,
Obsidian's
I think there's a bunch of Xbox games that maybe could come out next year, or maybe they're all 2023. We don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, Avowed would be one of them. Obsidian making a high fantasy game now.
I think we see this game at E3 and then we see it next year. It comes out next year. As in 23.
Beginning of 2023.
I just feel like they're in control of their own destiny as well. They've got Obsidian and they've got Bethesda. Why put Obsidian and Bethesda and
well,
Bethesda
they also
game
have.
next to each other?
Do not forget, In Exile is making a third-person RPG, like a big one. In Exile is like stepping it up. They're not making a top-down Wasteland game again. They're making a huge RPG. They're staffing up. Like, I think people are going to recognize In Exile's talent with their next game.
Yeah, with Avowed though, I don't think they'll want to stack this on top of Starfield. You know, I don't think they'll
come out around
spread
that
those
like
out as much as possible.
That like fall era, like September, August. Maybe I think this game would be great in August. Like
if they could
get
have
a little bit before.
If 2023, if I was Xbox, I would want to make 2023 the year of Games Pass. Like every month.
Honestly,
January, February, March, April, May.
They have so many studios.
Exactly,
they could do a game every 3 months.
Just own it. Like, look what they did at the end of this year. They owned it. Like, Forza.
What if they continue that into next year, though? That's my point.
Hopefully, but I think 2023, man. I think that's going to be the year of the box, the Xbox.
Fable.
Let me tell you.
Keep going, Connor. Keep going.
Continuing on with them though, Everwild.
Yeah,
somewhere out
we need to
there.
re-see this game.
Yeah, we need. I know they're changing what this game was, so maybe it probably won't end up being
more
next
single
year.
player, probably.
Yeah, I think that's what their focus was. So we'll see what this is. Next big game from Rare.
The reason why I think that they're doing that is how huge Sea of Thieves is right now. That game is still so massive. They had a huge
DLC seems bigger now than it ever was.
They had that huge Pirates of the Caribbean DLC, and that game is so big right now. So many people are playing it. They don't need another multi co-op like game at all. Like they could just make a new single player game. I think that's what Everwild's going to be now.
I hope so. Next game, Contraband. This is by Avalanche Studios, the Just Cause guys. Yeah, making an exclusive for Xbox. We don't exactly know what this game is because we just got a teaser trailer, no gameplay.
I think it was 4-player co-op, up to 4-player co-op is what I think that they said. Open world, and I think that's all we know.
Definitely possible to come out next year, though. I think.
Yeah, with it being Avalanche,
be a fall game. Yeah,
they haven't made a game in a while, right? So, what was it? Rage 2 was that their last game?
Was there a Just Cause game somewhere in there?
That was.
We've had Just Cause in a very long time.
They did Just Cause 4, but I think that was 2017 or something like that.
Okay. Next game then, Fable, being made by what's the other one?
The second Playdead team, or no, Playground team.
Playground. Being made by Playground. They're making a new Fable game, sort of a reboot for the franchise.
We'll definitely see that again. We'll probably see some gameplay this year.
Yeah, I think we'll definitely get gameplay sometime.
I just think we're going to see a really good E3.
That's 2023 for sure. I'm like guaranteed 2023.
I just think this year's Xbox like showcase is going to be stacked, especially to what Bethesda with it as well. Like
just about everything I'm naming should be there at least, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they've had plenty of time. Maybe not Avowed. I think not Avowed. Everwild. I don't think we're seeing that for a while. I think they've completely started again.
Yeah, it depends. We'll see.
Well,
next game then from Xbox. Oh no, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was going to reiterate, 2023, big year, massive year for Xbox.
I think so.
If they started the year with we're just going to put Game Pass price up a little bit.
The crazy thing is too, I think Sony's also going to have a huge year. I think 2023 is going to be insane. Like, I don't think people.
There's a good possibility 2022, 2023 are like 2017, unreal. 2018 again.
Yeah, unreal. I think these next years are going to be unreal. We're going to get an insane amount of games.
It's that 5-year gap, though, isn't it? 28, 19, 21, 20, 20. Every 3-4 years.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Plus, these years will really start the next gen consoles. You know, like it'll really start.
It's been a little slow, so I think we're gonna kick it in. Yeah.
Next game, continuing with Xbox, Perfect Dark, being made by what's the studio's name?
It is The Initiative.
The Initiative, yeah, their first big game. It's a big studio.
I think we'll see gameplay this year.
I do too. Being co-developed now by Crystal Dynamics as well,
which is exciting.
I honestly think there's a possibility this comes out at the end of the year. I wouldn't be shocked. With Crystal Dynamics co-developing it, this has been in development a while. Like this team has been talking for a while now.
Bill said he's played this game.
Yeah,
This game was playable at some point.
I think one of these is going to come in at the fall. At least one. It's gonna. I think we'll get something in like September, October.
I think it's going to be another game you're about to say though.
Sure, and then we'll continue on then. Hellblade 2. You think it's that?
I think Hellblade 2.
Saga, Hellblade 2, be made by Ninja Theory.
I'm going to guess.
Seen some good gameplay at this
October.
The Game Awards. Yeah.
This is going to be what they're going to do with what they did this fall with Halo or Forza Halo. They're going to do with Hellblade, Starfield right at the end of the year. They're going to hit.
That'd be cool because imagine the conversation around it's going to be God of War versus Hellblade, and like that's going to be. I don't mean to ignite fanboy wars here, but that's going to be a fucking war. I can't wait to play both of those though.
Yeah. So I think that's what they're going to do. I think that is an October release. You've heard it from me first. October and Starfield November. They're going to have a big fall again.
I'd like a release date so I can play the first.
Play it. It's on Game Pass.
I will do, but at this point now,
Series X version looks crazy good.
At this point, I may as well just wait until just before it comes out.
Sure, that'd be a good
you know what I mean?
Build up to it. Yeah,
good. It's short too. You'll like that game. It's like
10 hours. For sure. 8 to 10.
And then the last
10
one
hours is not a short
side.
game. It's not a short game.
It is for the type of game it is. Go ahead.
The last one for Xbox probably won't come out next year, but the Indiana Jones game being made by Machine Games. Somewhere out there. Yeah.
We might see it. They've been making this game for a while. Machine Games has been sitting since 2018. Like, they've been making this game presumably for a while, if not the Wolfenstein 3. Maybe we'll get Wolfenstein 3 first.
That's my thought. Is like, I wonder if Wolfenstein 3 is out there, and if they're nearing completion on that, and if that'll come out way before this Indiana Jones game ever sees the light of day. You know?
Yeah,
I would hope, because I really want them to finish off that trilogy.
We have to see Indiana Jones soon, I would assume. Right? It's been almost a year, right? Like, beginning of this year was when we heard about it.
And was it beginning already? Yeah.
Pretty
sure. I don't
sure.
remember exactly when. So, but yeah, it should be somewhere out there. Who knows?
There's one more game that you didn't say.
What's that?
Which is Forza Motorsport.
You're right. You're right. Yeah.
You didn't say that. That's a rumor was this year. So
yeah, that probably will be next year.
Maybe it'll be it like.
So maybe September? That's their big three. Maybe they end up just doing Redfall, Forza, and Starfield.
They could. I mean, honestly, Forza could take its time. Horizon's going to keep selling, and they could do DLC, and then they could just wait for Forza for next year if they need to.
Yeah, good point. Over on the PlayStation side, there's not too much that's announced with no type of date or anything. There's only a couple I could find. Maybe the KOTOR remake. I know PlayStation's not making that, but I'm going to throw it in there. I think they're publishing it, though, so. But maybe. I doubt it, but
I don't think so. I think it's next year.
We got a very small teaser trailer. Yeah, so who knows? I'm very curious to see what they're going to end up doing with that, because that team is just kind of known for making ports of Knights of the Old Republic, so it's going to be interesting to see them making it from the ground up for next gen. We'll see.
Yeah.
And then the last one with no date, it's not going to come out next year at all, is Marvel's Wolverine by Insomniac
and
Games.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man had a 2023
2023 on Spider-Man.
That is so. Are we assuming that is the main team, or the one team? And then
it's been said. We're not. We know as the team that made Miles Morales is making Marvel's Wolverine.
Right. So they have 3 teams now, correct?
They do. Yeah.
That's insane.
Quite a bit. Insomniac killing it. Yeah. There's no chance this game's coming out next year.
No.
But
it will be 2024.
Yeah, probably. But yeah.
It's a shame though. It's a shame we're not getting these like mini Spider-Man games.
If they're working, I guess.
Cool. Imagine, look how quickly we're gonna get Spider-Man 2, though. You know, like that's not in 2023. I mean, it's far, but it's not like far.
Well, imagine if we get like, I don't know, let's say Gwen gets introduced into Spider-Man 2, and then like we have like a little Gwen Stacy minigame.
Gwen Stacy, yeah, Spider-Man Gwen Stacy. That'd be cool. I'd love that.
Yeah. Regardless, though, I hope Marvel's Wolverine is much more linear. I hope
not
it's not
full open.
I kind of also hope it's not even in the same universe as the Spider-Man ones. It probably will be.
It's the same dev.
Yeah, I would just. I don't know. I want like a lot of blood. Give me the Logan equivalent of a Marvel's Wolverine video game.
They said they were going to live up to Wolverine. Like, we'll see what that means.
Cool. I can't wait though. Wolverine, one of my favorite superheroes, and having Insomniac heading up a game on them sounds fucking awesome. Can't wait.
Is Logan that good?
Yes.
You've never seen Logan?
No, I've not seen Logan.
Oh, dude, that's one of the best superhero movies ever.
Don't. I wouldn't overhype him. It's not what you think it is, too.
I mean, Sims is
weird. I think I've seen like trailers. I get the vibes.
Yeah.
Like,
okay. Logan's not great. Go watch Logan.
Yeah, go watch it.
Moving on to the Nintendo side, we get a couple, probably neither of which coming out this year, but nonetheless, Metroid Prime 4 is somewhere out there.
Just Metroid in general, Prime 4 and the trilogy, the Prime trilogy collection. Like, where is any of that? Yeah. Metroid's anniversary was this year, and they didn't really do anything other than Dread for this year, so very weird.
Then the next one I wrote down was maybe a 3D Mario game. I don't know where that team is or what they're working
on. Team.
Yeah, where are they? It's been a while now. We're coming up on 5 years going into next year, so they gotta be ready soon. You know, I would assume 2023 then, if not this year.
I don't know.
I don't know either. We'll move on then to EA. Sure. They got a few. Dragon Age 4.
Right.
Maybe this year.
I mean, what else does EA have right now? Maybe Skate?
Yeah,
a little bit.
Yeah, I have that one too.
So is that like what else do they really got?
Okay, let me just name off all of EA's. I got Dragon Age 4, Skate 4, Mass Effect, and then the next Respawn game.
Fallen Order 2?
Assuming it's Fallen Order 2, but yeah. But I feel like any of those, maybe not the Mass Effect, but I feel like between Dragon Age 4, Skate 4, and the next Respawn game, I feel like one of those will come out.
We might see all of that. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure either. Moving on here. Oh no, sorry, Sims. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, like, that Skate sent out a lot of presses with like just a lot of merch.
That's why
this
I mentioned
week.
it. Yeah.
Did
Could
they
be this
recently?
year.
Yeah, some people got like care
Backpacks.
packages of stuff. Yeah.
I would hope.
So I think we're gonna get like a little reveal of like the gameplay now, which would be really cool. We haven't seen anything really this year. They showed stuff in 2020, so I think they're working on it, and I think it's probably working pretty well.
Cool. Ubisoft then. I have two. Beyond Good and Evil 2, and then Skull and Bones.
Beyond Good and Evil. I think Skull and Bones will reemerge as something. Beyond Good and Evil's gone. You'll never see that game.
I don't think we're going to see that game either.
I think you will see Skull and Bones, but it will be completely different than what we've seen before. And then there's one other one, which is the Splinter Cell remake or whatever.
Yeah, you're right.
Maybe we'll see some. Maybe we see a teaser, an actual teaser this year. Maybe.
I feel like all they had was that teaser trailer of that game. Yeah.
I feel like what they did was with Splinter Cell is that they were in a room a couple of weeks ago and went, I think we should do Splinter Cell, shouldn't we? And the other guy was like, yeah, or whatever. And then they just sent out.
Do we have another game we could throw Sam Fisher in?
No. And then
they
were just like, shall we tell them that we're doing it then? And they're like, yeah. And then they just sat at the computer and went, yeah, it's coming out, don't worry. And that's it. They've not even started it. They've got no assets. They've got nothing. They just told us we'll get it in 2025. But no, I think you're right, Daniel. Beyond Good and Evil Dead. Nah, what? They've not said anything in 3 years now. It's ridiculous. Yeah. And like them stupid end of like Ubisoft press conferences of like
the only way I see anything is if they completely they need to completely re-reveal and redo. You know, they need to start the press again, like the marketing again with it. That'd be the only way.
What we saw Skull and Bones, I hope Skull and Bones takes the place of the traditional Assassin's Creed games. Make it that, you know. Just give me an old school Assassin's Creed game.
Just like
Skull
pirate
Bones
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
Sure. I'll be down.
Moving on then to Activision, they got quite a few. Diablo 4, Overwatch 2, a new Crash or Spyro. It's got to be somewhere out there. And then I also wrote that.
I would say a new Spyro first. I don't think we'll get a new Crash this year, but a new Spyro maybe.
You think we'll see a new Spyro this year? Maybe they did hint at Spyro 4 a couple times. Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe there's also a lot of hints going around of a new Tony Hawk. They put some weird. Yeah, they put some weird stuff in, like some art or something. I forget what it was exactly. Anyways, I'm hoping it's just a Tony Hawk's 3+4 remake. That's what I want. Those are the best games in that series, anyways. So I really want that.
I mean, they have Call of Duty. Modern Warfare 2 is coming out this year. They also, I feel like we'll see Overwatch 2 and Diablo 4. I think they're not going to come out this year though.
Sure.
I think we'll see them.
Only got a few more here then. For Square, Final Fantasy 16.
We already got the news. We'll just shout out the news story here. Yoshi P came out and said they're going to have a reveal in spring. So
reveal in spring. The game got delayed like 6 months or whatever, half a year. Yeah, so
come out in the fall, I would assume. It's going to come out. I'm gonna throw it out there. This is another Daniel. Throw it out there. Coming out in November, just like Final Fantasy 15.
That'd be cool. I don't think this game's this year.
I don't think this. I think as soon as I
think they've been making this game for a long time.
As soon as I picked that game in the draft, just jinxed it.
Regret.
And some instant regret within hours.
Like a couple hours after.
Somebody counterpicked it too.
Yeah. I mean, probably a smart counterpick. I would say March 2023 for this game. That'd be my bet.
Yeah, me too.
I could see it, but I could also see them sneaking it in before the year ends.
Yeah,
even December.
Yeah, and then I got a couple random indies written down of just studios we know are working on stuff. The next Playdead game could be a chance this year. Could be a chance. I feel they'll just drop that whenever they want. I hope, man. That'd be
literally
awesome.
Whenever they want.
Yeah. The next Red Sparrow game. What remains of Edith Finch team. Been a while for them as well. Oh, Giant Sparrow. Who's Red Sparrow?
I don't know.
That's just a type of bird. Giant Sparrow. Yeah, I think maybe we can see it.
What was the last game?
It was What Remains of Edith Finch, and that was 2017. So,
wow.
Yeah, it's been a while.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe they're due. And then I also wrote down the last one, the next Jonathan Blow game. the guy that made The Witness.
He literally could put out whatever. Whenever.
Yeah, he could. I'm just like, where are you? Where are you at, man? The Witness was 2015, man.
Yeah, for 6 years. Yeah.
Forever. Like, hurry up, Jonathan. I know you make these games all by yourself, but Jesus, man.
He could just do it whenever he wants. He's Jonathan Blow.
He's Jonathan Blow. He can do it. He can do it. And that is it for all the anticipated games.
That's 2022. Big year. A lot of games.
Huge.
So excited. So excited. I'm going to throw one thing out. Just so we can end it with this question.
Sure.
Will Rockstar show a brand new game next year? Not come out, where they just show off a new game next year.
I could see it. I could see the teaser trailer for GTA 6, the traditional teaser Rockstar trailer where we just get a bunch of scenery and a voiceover. I could see it.
Yeah. Sims, do you think we'll see a new announcement?
I was going to say no, and then Connor just sold me on the traditional 1 minute trailer, and then we don't see anything for the next 4 months.
And that always comes out years before the game comes
do
out.
Do you remember the Red Dead? It was like the nature trailer where it was just like nature sounds, and it was around the
birds
chirping. Birds chirping. It was so cool. I was like, oh, only Rockstar could do a trailer and get me hyped about nature.
I remember the Grand Theft Auto one. When everyone was like, oh my god, it's Tommy Vercetti.
Oh, yeah, I do remember that. Yeah. Everyone was convinced, too.
Everyone.
All right.
I mean, if they wanted to call it Tommy Vercetti, they could have got away with it.
He totally could have been Michael. Yeah, he totally could have been. They could have wrote that in there. Anyways, we'll now move on to a couple of news stories we got. Nothing major, but first one, Tencent has acquired the Back 4 Blood studio Turtle Rock.
Mm-hmm. Kind of weird acquiring. I would have assumed, maybe Xbox would have made a play. Like they did a lot of marketing with them this year. But
yeah, good point.
Maybe Tencent just threw a whole bundle at them. So
money.
It's a good and a bad thing. It's like, yeah, Tencent's just buying more things, but
I don't know what it is. I know, like, everyone's just like, it's not good when Tencent buys things because they're Chinese, and it's like, okay, I guess. Like, I don't really know. Like, maybe it is. Maybe it is a bad thing. I have no fucking idea.
We know that they're getting money, and Turtle Rock's now going nowhere. Good for them.
Sure. Sims, anything to say?
Good for Turtle Rock. You know what I mean? Ching. Like, I mean, what? More money? Quicker development time. Do you know what I mean? Like,
more money, more problems.
Really?
True. Very true. Yeah,
I don't think it works.
I don't know. I have no money, so I'd have no idea.
You've got all the problems.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, you know what I mean? It's good. It's good. It's good. But it's not.
It's not, but it is. I don't know. Whatever.
If someone gave you a load of money and then kick you in the nuts, like, how would you feel about it?
If China wants to throw me a bunch of money, I'll take it. You know, like, I'll be opposed.
But just if someone said to you, "I got £2 million or dollars, but I got to kick you in the nuts once a week," would you take it?
Fuck yeah! Once a week.
Steal up. Just one time.
Anyways, just get that over with too. Fuck it.
Make Monday was worse.
How hard is the kick, and who's doing this?
See, there's already semantics there. Now you just don't do it because it could just be with like a spiked toe.
Kicking me?
What if it's a spiked toe and he just?
Okay, I'll make it easy. Is it Chun-Li from Street Fighter?
Oh, you're making it worse.
One time.
You're making it worse.
Wednesday, 4:30. Yeah.
Every week.
Every Wednesday, 4:30. Chun-Li just comes up. She comes to you, so it's not, you don't have to go. You don't have to take any time. You're at work. Chun-Li knows you're going to be there, and she just boom. It's not a surprise either. It's not a surprise.
Those legs are legendary.
But £2 million pounds, $2 million. You are set for life.
Once a week, you're going to need surgery at some. Can I get my balls removed with the $2 million?
No.
No. Okay. Well, you're just making this too difficult now.
Yeah.
Moving on to our last news story. John Madden has passed away.
Rest in peace.
Oh man, if I knew that was the next story, I wouldn't have made the bad joke.
Nope, too late. You did.
Rest in peace to the legend. I know a lot of younger people might know the name, but I think all of us kind of know like where he came from and him being a coach and then being an announcer for the NFL and then moving into doing the games and stuff. Yeah, he's just a legend in the NFL. Like he was old. I think he was in his 80s. I think his family just put put out a little statement and said he had passed in the morning, the day prior. Yeah. Do you have anything to say, Sims? I know you're not a football fan, or American football, but do you have any attachment to John Madden?
Unfortunately not. Like, the Madden game. I want to say over the past couple of years, I've only just realised what Madden was. I always kind of thought Madden was just the name, but I suppose like I got no. It's like if they rename FIFA Fergie 20. Like you'd no idea Fergie's
Black Eyed Peas, yeah.
I know who Fergie is. Okay, I'm sorry. Anyways,
but I know what you're saying. So yeah, but obviously this is terrible news. Obviously he's had a good innings. Like, you know, rest in peace, Mr. Madden. Like, chuck a couple, you know, just chuck a couple of stacks of money down there just in case. Sure be right.
Yeah, his estate has a lot of money now.
There you go, man.
Connor, do you have much to say about
Connor's frozen.
Uh-oh.
Wow, what a picture of Connor. That's a good picture.
Oh, you guys back.
Oh, there he is.
Oh,
missed
it.
You're the one that froze. You're the one that froze.
You guys froze.
So, do you have any attachment to John Madden in any way? I know I don't think you're much of a sports person other than like fighting, but
people punching each other in the face.
Except for the only real sport in the world. No, I have no attachment to this. You know what? For him though, it's like your name's gonna carry on forever, man. You know, and that's fucking awesome. So, rest in peace, John Madden.
Yeah.
We will now move on to what we have been playing. I'll start. I played a couple things. What have I done? I beat Pokemon. I beat Halo. I also beat Uncharted 1 for no reason.
Why are you playing that game?
Huh? I just want to go for a platinum and something. I was like, fuck it. The movie's coming out, you know, you gotta get that.
Sure. No. I mean, if you want to be fair to the movie, you got to play every single one because they're throwing all 4 games into this one movie. So
exactly. How will I understand the Eddie Raja reveal in the movie if not replaying the first game? You know, you never would.
Is he in this movie?
I hope, man. I hope. Okay. What are you gonna do when like a big name actor walks out? Fucking Leonardo DiCaprio rocks out. And he's
Eddie
like,
Raja.
Eddie Raja. Oh man, the amount of hype that'll shoot through my veins.
I can only see Leo as Eddie Raja. That's it.
I guess I'll just stick with the. Yeah, I just would go for the platinum in it. I just felt like platinuming something, so just playing the. Still a fun game. I beat it once already. I got to beat it on Crushing.
I think Uncharted 1 is a good game. I think it gets a little too much hate. I like Uncharted 1.
I like Uncharted 1, yeah. I like it quite a bit. It's not as polished or refined as the other two, sure, but it's a good base, you know?
Yeah.
For the game series. The Platinum's kind of hard, but you gotta like get a certain amount of kills with each of the weapons.
Each weapon, yeah. I think in the original one, there was like you could stand in a specific place and the enemies would just spawn.
That's still there. Yeah, there's a part where like the demon things attack you at the end of this, and they all just come rushing out of tunnel, and it'll just be unlimited until you leave the room, so you can get them all right there. Yeah, and then you got to beat it on Crushing as well, which I'm finding quite difficult.
We did it. We definitely platinumed it.
Crushing.
yeah, there's one above it called Brutal, so I'm not touching that one. But yeah, you got to really get those headshots down, man.
We did 1, 2, and 3 all on Crushing, and just couldn't do 4. Could not do 4.
Really? Yeah. See,
but to that,
4's the only one I got the platinum in.
4 on the pirate ships, just couldn't do it.
Yeah. Really? Yeah. 4 is the only one I have the platinum in right now. So I don't know. I'd like to get all 3 of them, and then Lost Legacy too, I guess.
Is there a PS5 update for the collection?
No. Well, it runs at 60 now. I don't know if it did on PS4, but yeah, it at least runs on 60. Which is nice. And then, I'll go to Pokemon. Beat Pokemon finally.
Hey, you beat the champion.
That Elite Four and the champion was fucking hard. I was like, Jesus, man. Because you have to restart the whole thing if you lose. It was just,
save it before every gym leader.
What'd you say?
Save it before every gym leader. Before every Elite Four.
Do you have it on autosave? Do you have it on autosave?
Yeah.
See, that's why you gotta be like an OG and cut autosaving off and manually save that game.
Cheap though, guys, for you two fucking Pokemon masters.
Talking about, I'm OG. I'm over here manually saving every time. I don't want to.
I manually saved every time.
Exactly. No, so you got to manually save because if you want to try to get a legendary, good luck with autosaves and getting a legendary. So I
sounds like a cheap move, and I think I'm the only Pokemon master here. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys.
How many Pokemon have you played?
4 now?
That's what I thought. Yeah,
4 now. Danny, you don't even like Pokemon, okay? Relax.
Yeah, you're right. I know.
You hate
I hate Pokemon. You're right. What am I talking about?
I finished Pokemon 2.
Did you?
Cool. Yeah,
I beat the Elite Four in one sitting.
Yeah, good, Connor.
Wow, pretty good.
I may have not had help from Natalie.
What does that mean?
She was just telling me what to do. She knew what she told me. Like, so obviously she'd already done it. So like we'd sat down and prepped my team beforehand. So she knew what.
So you knew what Pokemon's good against this.
Prep them.
Not even that. Like so, I think one of them had Spirit Tomb, and she said like
head in the game Pikachu.
Spirit Tomb was the one that was going to cause me a lot of problems. So we sorted that out. But no, yeah, don't get me wrong though. That Cynthia right at the end took me right down to the wire.
Yeah. No, I got my first try. I got to the champion, and then she beat me, and then I kept losing to like the 4th elite member, and then finally got.
You level up though, don't you? You keep doing it.
Yeah, you level up so much when you keep doing it. Yeah, I think I only went through it probably like 3 times.
What level? I mean, I was quite over leveled. To be fair, I was in my 60s by the time I'd even hit the gym.
What is the champions like level?
Her highest one was 66.
Okay.
Yeah, something like that. And then my highest one the first time I fought her was 61.
Probably your starter. I assume.
Yeah. And the rest were all still in their 50s. So I think I was just a little too low.
you went in a little too low.
Yeah.
I went in there hard.
What's going on in the post game, Sims? Like, what do you do at this battle town?
I turned it off. There's loads of stuff because obviously you do. I believe you do you get the national decks, and then you can get all the other Pokemon, and then the underground. There's loads apparently. There's quite a lot. Natalie was on about it, but like, me and Natalie we're kind of like not disappointed in it, but like over it. Like, I think Natalie's gonna play it again, but I won't get into that. Yeah, it was alright. I enjoyed it. I'm glad it's over. I enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to Arceus. Like, really looking forward to it now. Really, really. Like, I'm excited to see what they do with it. See how different it is, and if they can like take this formula and run with it for the remainder of the series, if that makes sense.
Sure.
Like, see, I'm really interested to see how this game's going to turn out.
The gameplay though looks very different from a traditional Pokemon game.
It's like a Monster Hunter game, isn't it? And, like, you go out on like separate exhibitions, you collect Pokemon, research the Pokemon, battle Pokemon, and then if you die in that run, you lose everything, I believe, like certain progress. So you got on different. Yeah, sorry.
No, go ahead, Sims. Sorry.
Oh yeah, I'm just excited for it. Not long, like literally a month to go. So.
Cool. And then I finally beat Halo.
Hey.
Campaign. Yeah. Really enjoyed it. Fucking loved it, honestly.
Yeah.
It was one of my favorite games of the year by far. I thought it really came together story-wise in those last 5 missions.
It starts really strong, and I think it ends really strong. And obviously, the beginning, the middle is very open, so it
dies in the open world section. Like, by the time I actually got back into the more linear missions where the story really picked up, I did not care at all what was going on in the story anymore. You know, because I was like,
you're just doing your own thing.
Yeah, I was busy the last couple of weeks, so I didn't even get that much time to play it. But then, yeah, by the time the story started picking up, I didn't even know what was going on anymore. And then for them to have like such good characters and writing to not only get me back into the story, but make me love it, it's a really good achievement for them. I thought, you know, this is by far the best story that 343 has put out in these Halo games.
I still
in my opinion,
very good game.
In my opinion,
I think 4 is still a very good game, and I think 4 had a very fun story as well.
I just think they do such a good job of forming that team of the Weapon, the Pilot, and Master Chief, and each of the 3 of them bring out something in each other, story wise and like emotional wise, that hasn't even been touched on in other Halo games. I don't think like you never get to know Master Chief like you do in this game. I don't think so.
I think you need to go back and think about 4 a little more, and Cortana and his relationship, or Master Chief's relationship. I think they had a very good dynamic in 4, but I agree with you for the most part.
Yeah, I just felt like by the end, I felt like this is a really strong team. These are really good characters, and I can't wait to see where they go forward from here. Like now that we 100%. Have that base team, yeah.
100%. I'll give a little bit of a spoiler for our award show. I think the weapon is one of my favorite characters this year. I think the weapon's awesome.
The weapon's the best in the game, for sure.
love the weapon.
Yeah.
Jen Taylor is always the heart of Halo. As much as Chief is the face, she's always been the heart with Cortana and even Halsey and stuff. But yeah, the weapon's awesome.
Yeah, she's great. I ended up liking the more linear missions way more than I did the open world. I like the open world. I don't think it does anything special compared to other open world games. I don't besides the grappling hook, which is the different thing here. And honestly, with that grappling hook, I wonder if they intended for you to play how everyone seems to be playing it. You know, like with the traversing with it, and like when I'm sitting there climbing up the side of a mountain for 5 minutes with that grappling hook, I always wondered, like, did 343 intend for me to do this?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, it's just such a weird, fun thing with that grappling hook playing around. It's interesting going back to the multiplayer actually not having it, because I feel like naked without it. Now that I'm playing the multiplayer, I'm sure I'll get used to it again, but it is an odd thing. I would hope they just go back to the linear style. I think it works better. I like the open world. I think it's fun. I don't think it's any better than like your average Ubisoft game.
Yeah.
In the open world sections, I think they do some cool stuff too. The boss fights were really cool in those side missions. That was fun when you get to keep their weapon as well, and you get to bring
That's
it back.
awesome.
Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, that was a really cool touch. You know, like it's just a basic open world. Like it feels pretty fleshed out. Feels pretty lived in. I like the audio logs. That stuff's cool. It's more story as you go along. And yeah, it's when it became more linear, it reminded me more of traditional Halo, and that's when I really started having fun. The open world was fun while I was doing it, but not the highlight of the game for me.
No, I'm 100% with you. The open world, I think, was just delivering on the promise of the Silent Cartographer map or level from Halo 1. It was just kind of a pretty spiritual successor to that level, and they expanded into a big open world, but I don't need that in Halo. I think Halo works better and the combat works better in like an arena, and you like going to the bases. When you go to those bases and take down the bases, those are way better than going around in the open world and fighting enemies. Like going to, I forget what they call them, the banished bases or whatever. Those are fun. Or strongholds or something. Yeah, those are really fun. And then also the linear missions I think are really fun, and that's where most of the story is. So yeah,
there's a part where you get like my most hype moment with the game was the part where I guess I don't want to spoil too much, but there's a part where like the epic Halo music comes on, and it's that part where you're driving, and like every Halo game traditionally does this. And once that started, I was like, oh, here we go. This is awesome. Yeah. That was I got to shout out the Banish too. I thought they were really cool. I wish they would have fleshed out these different Banished members more. I felt like you got a lot of the main guy, and then there's like that other elite guy you got a little bit of. I would have
Blade Master, I think.
Out of them. Yeah, this would have been a really good thing to put in that middle part where the story does die down, like almost entirely. Like try to, tell me who these Banished people are and like the different members of the group and stuff like that. Like that would have been really cool to flesh that out more during that part.
You know what I think would have been really cool is if I don't know how much Far Cry 5 you've played, but I think if they would have. Okay, I think if they would have set it up more like Far Cry 5, where it's like, oh, this guy controls this area,
that would,
and then you go take this guy down, and it unlocks this area, and then you do that with like all the different main Banished guys. I think that would have been a smart way to do it in the open world.
That would have been great. Then you could have fleshed out the story more too in that middle part.
Have a little section of just like Eshram is doing his thing still, but then this guy is what this little bit is focused on, and then this guy is what this little bit is focused on, and same over here. Very far.
One small complaint I had was me and Daniel talked about this a couple of weeks ago, but the changing of the equipment is it's really hard to do with that.
I don't like it.
I wish there was a way to make that like fluent. Like if I could switch between the grappling hook and the thruster thing really fast, I would have used the other ones way more.
Yeah.
Like maybe just make it a button or just one direction on the D-pad would have helped. But like it would have been really cool
if I could
I could have like grappled up in the air and then thrustered that way and then throw my radar or whatever and like stuff like that. You can't really play it like that though. You kind of just have to stick with the one equipment you got on.
What they should have done was right on the D-pad is all of your equipment. You keep hitting it and it goes through each of the four, and that's it.
That would have been good. Yeah,
way better.
Look at that, or just use the D-pad and then maybe you double tap LB to switch your grenades or something like that.
Yeah, but that's already better.
Yeah, you're right. It would have been difficult, but something needed to be changed there. I get it's hard, but yeah, that was just again a minor complaint, but just something else. I wish they would have touched up a little.
Yeah.
Then let me look at my notes and see if I'm missing anything.
Yeah, I'm glad you like Halo so much. I like it a lot as well.
Yeah, I loved it, man. I really did. I think it's the best campaign 343's ever made. So, yeah.
I ultimately agree, but I still think people are unjustly glossing over Halo 4 and how well received Halo 4 was.
It's and then on top of that, with this game, you just got to add in how great the multiplayer's been, right? And it's like that's why I'm having trouble placing it on my top 10 games of the year because I'm like, when you add in the multiplayer with it, it's just like, oh, this is such a great. I think this might be, even if it doesn't end up being my game of the year, I think this is the best game of the year. I think this is the game of the year. Like I really do. Just talked about why it's sort of like a Spider-Man is the movie of the year. I mean, that obviously is just because of money and stuff like that. But I feel like this is the game of the year. This is the game of 2021.
Sure. Yeah. I can't wait for you to see where it is on my list. Talk about this next week.
Okay. Yeah, we'll find out next week on the Gotti episode. Sims, let's go to you. What have you been playing, bud?
Nothing. Not a lot, to be fair. Like, I'm just so busy.
Are you still good, Connor?
Yeah, I'm good. We're good.
Okay.
Keep going.
I've got a dip in a minute, but I can let you two talk.
Okay. Well, we can just wrap it up. I mean, let you talk and let Daniel talk.
Yeah. Well, I've just got things going on down at the moment. Metroid Dread. I started that a couple of days ago. Got it for Christmas. Got a nice little Christmas haul of Nintendo games. I just got 2 Nintendo games. I got Zelda, Skyward Sword, which I'm interested in looking at, and then Metroid Dread. And I'm aiming to finish Guardians of the Galaxy. But I mean, I want to put it in a list, but I just don't have the. I want to have the time, but I just don't.
I think you still can, but you just haven't beaten it. You know.
I really am. I'm at the moment. I'm playing Metroid Dread. I'm following a guide. I played the first 45 minutes on without the guide, and I was like, I like the exploration, but I want to finish it. I want to get it done, and I don't want to get lost because I feel like you can get lost. I've done 2 Emmys. The only complaint I have with the game is the controls. I'm really struggling with the.
Is it the jump or all of the controls?
Mainly shooting, when you hold the L in with the free aim, I just can't seem to get. I was fighting the first boss when you have to aim for the head, and I'm just trying to get it at that right angle, and I've got my missiles and and I'm just missing every one of them by just because the angle is off on the laser. But other than that, I'm having a really good time. I think especially when you get into a room with them Emmys and that fucking freaky music starts, and you're and I don't listen to a lot of Nintendo music loud. If I'm playing a game, especially handheld, I'm normally just mute it and I just enjoy the the visuals or whatever. But as soon as you're in that Emmy room, it's that really creepy music, and I'm still trying to figure out if when I get caught, I had to get the
timing,
the timing. I need to watch a video on it because it's so pinpoint.
You just have to practice. You have to do it right before you think the blink or whatever. You have to do right before.
But yeah, I'm really enjoying the game. I do like these games. I think Ori will always be my favorite. Metroidvania, Castlevania type thing.
Yeah.
But I aim to finish this game very soon.
Have you played other Metroids?
No.
Okay, I could see how the aiming would mess you up if you haven't played other Metroids.
Yeah, it's just the whole you hold the
standing
L and
still and then aiming.
And then it's just the fact that you have to stand still and do it. It's when that boss is coming at you and the head is the only technically weak spot of the body, and you miss it by a little bit every time, and it's so frustrating. Are
you still on that boss?
No, it took me a couple of times. But yeah, when she beats the boss and she just walks away, and it's
so she is so cool in that game.
So cool.
Samus is so cool in that game.
I'm having a good time with it though. It's nice to play the Switch a lot more. Obviously, I've just come off the Pokemon, now I'm onto the thingy. But I do really Guardians of the Galaxy is front and center of my mind of I need to play this game. And then I played. I got a new monitor, so I just want to test some few things out. So I tested. I've mentioned Grand Theft Auto. I played that for half an hour. Just really seeing the full potential of running Grand Theft Auto on a technically next gen hardware of having all the settings on full and having proper seeing this game run smooth and not see it chugging at 30 frames. and then
The game's almost 10 years old. Insane.
I don't know. And then Halo, and then I literally played Halo for like 10 minutes. I did the landing. I cleared the landing strip, and then spoke to the pilot, and then the game literally opened up. So I'm looking forward to just I'm really trying to get the mouse and keyboard down, and I feel like Halo would be the game to get the mouse and keyboard down.
Sure.
If that. But other than that, yeah, like Metro Dread.
I'm curious to see what you think. I think you'd like it actually.
I want to like it.
He's just not an FPS person. Like that's.
To be fair, though, playing the FPS on the PC was sweet, man. Because I went picking up that plasma rifle and just pop and just grappling myself to a roof on that landing strip bit and just watching the helmet fly off that grunt's head. Sick, man. So good. So good. Yes, it's been a slow one, really. Pokemon. I literally have been playing Pokemon on and off, watching a lot of TV, like just enjoying, just chilling, really. Just December's always busy for me. Like I've not been on the podcast as much, wrapping presents, seeing Santa, buying presents, like visiting family. Like it's just hard work, man. One of my kids, super excited all the time. Like she just wants to play with everything at one time. Like it's like 9:00 my time, and as soon as I open that door, it's like, Dad, are we gonna play with this Santa? I'm like, it is 9:00. It is not Santa o'clock.
It's bedtime.
It's Metroid Dread o'clock. So, but yeah, it's hopefully next year, like I can start getting back into the gaming malarkey.
Malarkey.
I feel like it's been a bit slow for me just lately, which I'm disappointed in myself. Like I know I should. I know
play games in the beginning half of the year.
I've got until Arceus. I've got until Arceus to knock out. I mean, I can give you a top 10 maybe next. Next week.
It's good that next year the first half is so stacked because I feel like you have a lot more time to play games than the first half of the year.
I've got until at least Arceus. I know.
Yeah, you got plenty of time to beat those two games.
I want to, as long as I do Guardians and as long as I do.
And I still want you.
I know.
To
it's on sale.
It is literally a ticket one night to do it.
I've got 2 of these.
Okay.
So,
one night to do it.
I'm gonna.
It's like gift cards.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy. I think I'm still on an iron what to buy for the PC. I'm tempted. The New World, and
okay.
Yeah, and then I think Cyberpunk's on sale on GOG for like £13.
Are you on Cyberpunk?
I do on the PlayStation, but I want to put it on the PC.
Yeah, he wants to PC it up.
Why don't you just wait for the next gen? Okay, whatever. I mean,
he wants the PC. He wants to play.
You sound like that, boys. I'm gonna go. He'll finish it off. And then
I sound like someone with logic. Yeah, okay. Daniel, what have you been playing?
Yes. So I've been playing 2 games. I'll talk about one real quick. I've been playing Guilty Gear Strive, trying to do some other games to wrap up before the end of the year.
It came out this year, right?
Yeah, it came out towards the beginning of the year. I played the story mode. It's very funny. So the story mode is just like a long anime, and that's it. It is there is no playing in between it. It is you just watch an anime. You're watching an episodic anime that they made. There are acts, and in between each act, you can have it to where it just doesn't stop, or you can stop and save in between each act. I think there's 8 or 9 acts, and it's just an anime. You just watch it. It's just a movie. And then I played a little bit of the just playing around, messing with all the characters and stuff. The one character that really stuck out to me was I think her name is Ino. I'm pretty sure is how you pronounce it. She's like the main villain in the story mode, but she is like a witch. She looks like a witch that's like punk rock, and she has a guitar, and she just looks cool. Like there's a lot of fun characters. I like Giovanna. She was like a cop that had like a spirit wolf around her, and she fights fists with like a spirit wolf. She's really cool.
Like Okami?
But the wolf was like green, and it was like swirling around her.
Okay, I'm just trying to get
if that makes sense. Okay, yeah. So it was just a girl with like a wolf around her. Who else did I like? There was a dude with like a giant samurai sword, and he had like a cyberpunk looking helmet. He was pretty cool looking. He had like a lot of reach, but he was really slow. Who else did I like? There's this girl May. She had used her weapon was just an anchor. It's just like a normal anchor. She just smacked people with it, and she had abilities where like animals would come out. She was really fun too. It's just a really solid game. I think the visuals of the campaign weren't as good as they could have been. In terms of like it just being some of it looked a little weird, the anime part, but when you're actually just playing, it looks great. Like the actual gameplay, so great. The soundtrack's really good. Just a really solid game. They usually are, though. And then the other game I've been playing is Tales of Arise.
Yeah, I'm curious about hearing this one.
Yeah, so I think at this point, because I started this even before the holiday special last week. I think I've put about 18 hours or so at this point.
Seems long. Right?
Yeah, it's long. I really like this game a lot. I think this game is really cool, and I think it might be for you, Connor. If I know you don't like turn-based games, it's not turn-based.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, so basically you go into when you get into a fight, it's like a circle arena, and then you can just free walk and attack and do abilities.
Oh,
so it kind of has like
it goes into something like a turn-based game.
You can click the pause menu and like do things from there. You can also switch to the different characters. So all of your party members, you can just use them as well. So it's very Final Fantasy VII Remake. I still think I might like Final Fantasy VII Remake a little bit more and how the battle system is.
Sure.
But this game's awesome. The game is much more mature than I thought it would be. I don't want to like spoil anything. Like the story is very mature. You basically the setup of this world is there's this planet of people that are being like enslaved by this like richer people, and basically they're living on like a planet above them, and there are different sections of this world that are run by these people up there. They're like 5 kings basically. Your goal is to like kill all the kings to try to liberate everyone. And they are basically draining the life essence of these slaves for like magic and power. I think they call it Astra or something. I forget the exact name of like the life essence, but they put these like little gems on all of the Danans, which is the regular enslaved people. They put these little gems on them, and that just drains their life essence. And they use
fucking dark.
Yeah, and they use that for, machinery and magic and all kinds of stuff. And obviously there's a lot more to it, but I've taken down the first 2 kings, or technically the first 3 kings. I'm still in that third like area. So there's 5 kings there, but Sloan had beaten the 5, and he said there's more after that. So I'm not sure how much after that. He stopped playing after beating the 5th one. I'm not sure how much longer after that, but
he just head out. He was like, I'm out.
Yeah, he does that all the time. I try to tell him to beat games. He'll start a game and like be towards the end and quit and go play something else. And I'm like, just beat the game and move on. Like I have so many issues with him not completing games. Yeah, so I really like this game. The combat, it feels very fun. Visually, this game needs a...
That's what caught my eye. Like when I've seen the gameplay and stuff running around, I'm like, this game looks beautiful. Just
I wish I can show you.
Like coming off the characters and stuff.
Like the particles.
Crazy. Yeah.
So beautiful. Like when you get out, this game needs a photo mode. Like when you get out of the second area. So basically the first area is like fire. Second area is like ice. The third area is like just lush green nature. And you get out, it's basically like a Skyrim stepping out with the sun. Because you coming out from like a cavern, and you're coming out to go. Yeah, and I'm like, I want to screenshot this. That's like dope. A photo mode. It's so beautiful. The game is gorgeous. The characters are great. My favorite character is probably Shihan. She is basically, if you've seen the 2 people in the front, you have the main character with the sword, and then Shihan. She is actually a Renin, which is like the richer people taking advantage. She is a Renin that is helping you. She wants to take them down as well. I don't really know too much of what her actual plans are, but she is helping you. She's probably my favorite character. Yeah, I really like this game a lot. I'm excited to keep playing it. I'm not gonna be able to finish it before we do our top 10s and stuff, but this might still crack my list. I'm not sure yet.
Cool. Yeah, this is one that's been catching my eye. You're selling me more and more here, so
yeah, I think from the gameplay, if you don't mind a long game, like gameplay wise, I think it's challenging. It's challenging, but I think you'd like it because it isn't turn based. I know you don't like turn based, but if you just want a third person action game with like a cool world and a JRPG writing and stuff, like it's really good.
Okay, cool. And that was the Nerd Gods Podcast, episode 99. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to subscribe. Next week, you can get our Gotti episode 100 as well.
100, woohoo! Yeah.
So yeah, big episode. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do our Gotti stuff. It's gonna be
our top 10s as well. We'll do an award show. We're gonna do a bunch of different awards as well. We're gonna try to do a very big episode 100. That's our
Try to make sure you subscribe so you can catch that next week. Going to be big for us. Daniel, thanks for joining me. Sims, you can't hear us, but we'll see you later, bud. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.